Y'all ready?
Ready or not, here I come.
We should be up.
Sure, let's do this.
Oh no, she's
So
gone.
what happened last time?
Yeah, what happened last?
I don't know.
Killed scribble garbage.
Horrible garbage, he says.
Next question.
Yeah, you guys fought Skrgl, Riptide War Priest, Skrgl spit Tsunami. I got to play with a different little system where he had an action after each of your actions, and he could save those actions to combine them and all this other stuff. A lot of headache on my end, but it made it more fun than it's one turn and then there's 6 turns, and then his one turn and then 6 turns, you know?
So we didn't beat him to a pulp 6 turns in a row, and then he gets to go.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of like someone who doesn't have like normal actions; they just have all legendary actions, right? And then they refresh on a turn. Sounds neat.
Yeah. He gained an action after each of your turns, is how I had it.
So how did you guys end up
pretty
fighting?
great, actually.
What'd you say, Adriana?
So, like, did the last session start off with you guys starting to fight him?
Yes. The session before, they set up the planned action. They were going to go ring the church bell, kind of get him over, because he had a little hatred for a certain player character. There's been a nuisance to him. They bothered him enough. They fought off waves of bullshit. Revels almost died in the first, long fight. And then they had like our recoup, and where it kind of went to next week. That is when Thal joined us, but we didn't have a Hades, so they kind of like switched out.
Yep.
They just went up to the tower shooting fireballs at the
Yes.
church.
And then they fought Skrgl Mono Yi CS.
Hmm.
And he spent half the fight chasing me down.
Oh yeah, he had it out for you.
Well, he had a tiny, small carved bone statue of you. You could tell if he cared. And it was nice, too, so we put thought and effort into it. Maybe he just wanted to give you a gift, Sildor.
Yeah, he wanted a hug.
He did give me a gift after we killed him. I got knowledge.
And knowledge is power.
Yes, it is.
I know a lot.
Yep, he died. He sent out like a mental burst of psychic energy within 1,000 feet, killing most of his army.
Cool.
At least those who are coming to fight. It ain't that simple. They're not all dead yet.
Oof.
But then they teleported out, and that is when... what's it called? Shoot, why am I forgetting? They met back up with Toldir, and he kind of let them know, like, well, the rest of the champions are probably going to be on high alert after you just murdered one of them in a clear assassination attempt.
Hold on. This was not an assassination. We didn't do this stealthily at all. He came to us.
Yeah, assassination is an assassination, whether or not you played on his weaknesses.
This was a murder.
It's a manhunt.
More of an invitation to a sort of duel, not duel.
It was a battle to the death, and he chose to show up.
Yes. So the other two are on high alert. One is in his war camp, and the other is unknown.
He's somewhere.
Do we know how much the explosion destroyed, or have we no clue about it still?
Mostly just creatures. It was a mental psychic pulse.
Well, no, I meant the one that we set off on the
At the gate.
at the gate.
Yeah, I think they saw that they were rebuilding one of the arches.
Yeah, we blew up something.
Yeah,
Nice.
we set him back. And then hopefully the dwarves did more damage while they were in there getting prisoners.
Yeah, that's the hope.
Yeah.
Well, you guys made it back way faster than they could, so you gotta have to wait like a week.
Magic.
That's fine. however much downtime we get, I want to spend it making money.
I think so. I think I gave you what you can do.
Yeah, I want
Did you
to.
give us money after we?
I want to start to learn how to use a bow.
We got 1,000 gold as a reward, which I put in the party fund.
Okay.
And then we have items. There's still the belt of levitation that someone's unclaimed. And then we got a bunch of random shit. We pulled off squiggle shit that we could probably just sell.
Yeah.
Maybe I have a belt of
Where
levitation.
did belt come from?
Yes.
Yeah,
From him.
where is it? I don't see it.
We have it. It's Presence wrote it in the chat last week. I didn't put it. No one put anything in the party fund.
Yeah, belt of levitation. Basically, you go speed of 20 feet of levitation, which means you hover 20.
Ah,
So you can fly off the ground at like 2 feet, and you just kind of hover. But it dramatically slows you down.
Slows you down by 10 feet.
No, Agneta would have in speed.
I'll put everything in the party inventory. No one.
The gold's in there already.
And so are all the other magic. So all the other items, but the magic one.
I took the gemstones.
Yeah, the small gold bracelet, the silver chalice with gold filigree, the black velvet mask stitched with silver leather thread.
Yeah.
And
All the random stuff is already in there.
just
Yep.
add the belt.
So just add the magical stuff.
just the belt.
Just the belt.
Everything
What
Just
about the
else is
bracelets of freedom?
I have the one that gives me +2 to my AC, and
You have the braces of mental defense.
Revos has
Oh,
the
and
freedom.
Rav is the other one.
Okay,
Yep.
then just add them.
I'm the only one in the group that doesn't wear armor, so I feel like I could just take this and be judged.
Yeah.
It's added to the party inventory.
Okay, let me edit the party notes. Squiggle Spit is gone.
He is very gone.
He's dead. Not a big surprise.
That
There we
freaking,
go.
One.
that sacred flame, yo. I do a lot of damage.
Did you guys get any information on the silvered armored unknown human with the purple cloak?
No, but I feel like we could scry on him during this downtime that we have to figure out what he is.
Nice.
Or
We
where
could try.
he is.
I do want to, now that I have all of this knowledge in my head, I want to try to see what I can
Sorry.
think about the tablet.
Yeah.
Do you want to, like, come over and hang out, and you can do that, and I'm going to cast Legend Lore. And we'll figure out what we don't know.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Operation
also-
figure out stuff, please.
I can also help with history checks. Because I don't think Warwick has ever looked at the tome.
You're right, you haven't. We've pulled it out, like, once since we've got.
How many days have passed? Have you continued casting that spell on me? Have we reached the end yet?
And it's been 30 days. You're good.
Nice.
Yeah, speaking of, let me update it on my end.
Nice, 23 AC.
I mean, if I can't turn into a human, at least I've gotten pretty close thanks to that spell. To at least, you know.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
You
I
just
love
have to
the
get to
30
true
day spells.
polymorph.
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't that
Ooh.
level 9 though?
Yeah.
So if we get level 9 spells, we can true polymorph Revos into an ancient gold dragon, and then we can clone him, and then we kill the ancient gold version of him, and then when he gets revived, he's still the ancient gold dragon, but he's not under its spell effect.
Except ancient gold dragons don't exist.
That is true. So we have to find the equivalent of an ancient
Ancient gold triceratops.
whatever the
Ah,
equivalent is in Presence's world.
Mm.
Or triceratops.
But that's a while away, so we have time.
Can you quickly copy
about
the spell information? Can you quickly send the spell information in the chat just so I can add it to my bio that I have that effect now?
Yeah, sure. Scroll. Gotta go to my spell book. It's not prepared.
So, Sildor, I know you've already rolled the Arcana.
And what I get? 20? 20. Yeah. Plus 9,
And
yeah.
what is legend lore? Can you post that in chat? I just need to read it.
Give me a moment. I'm throwing through stuff.
Yeah, just
Through-
look it up myself like I should.
Here it is. Enjoy.
Mhm.
I just got the pop out.
Oh, I also
I do.
did that as an option.
There's Adriana's thing, and then there's Legend Lore. Kind of.
What do you already know about the tablet?
Well, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna let Nex go first, and Nex will confer his information to me, and then we'll go. That.
What do you already know?
It's a tablet used with the names of the three shadows. Let me scroll through the end real quick. Scroll.
Which we learned at the end of last session are bound, and we learned what bound are.
Yeah. And I can insert magic into it. That's all I've got. Is that it deals with the three shadows, it contains their names. And for some reason you can insert magic into it, but third level it does nothing. I think we got this when we were like level 5 or something.
Yeah, but not much. We don't know much.
Let's keep this like cryptic warning. I love its example.
Yeah.
And would I roll a
Do
history
we,
check?
do we even know shit?
Arcana check? Religion?
What are you doing?
I want to know more about the tablet.
He
No.
wants to help.
Oh,
You
I-
well enough.
You don't. The thing is that we never really.
We haven't had this conversation with you
We
about
kept it between us. We literally
So,
decided
who's
not to
meeting
tell
up
the
on the
team.
tablet? Let me ask
it's,
that.
it's me and Sildor in this room in this tavern slash inn that we have that we've been staying in.
Yep, you guys enter the Wild Bear. It's a tavern you've kind of been staying at. It smells predominantly of cinnamon spice for their widely
Everything
famous bear spiced beer.
Cinnamon spice.
Hello. I am finding the closest bar stool.
Yep. Rebels will sit down. It is probably one of the best beers in the city.
Revos would be the judge of that.
Roll
Warm
me
it.
applicable skill check, whatever you feel is the best for the taste of beer, for you to figure it out.
I'm gonna say nature, if that's cool. Because
Yeah.
figure like it's involving natural ingredients and cooking and stuff like that.
It's all natural, certified organic, pesticide free,
Oh.
non-GMO.
Most of it is flavored with that strong cinnamon and like herbal spices, but you get this musky taste with it. And when you inquire to the bartender, kind of denoting that you actually taste it, he's like, "Yes, we actually use bear balls because
Bear
they give
balls?
yes, bear balls to give it that
The
musky
bear balls
aroma.
of the bear balls of what?
Dire bears.
Oh, the bear balls of dire bears.
Yes.
Balls.
Dire.
Oh.
These dire consequences.
I was just gonna say something
Good
like that.
lord.
But it does bring out a lot more flavor to the beer. And you even feel like warmer on the inside and even more brave or more sturdy with yourself. Though there's no statistical or stat bonus. It just makes you feel better.
Warwick will actually
Oh, yeah.
sit next to Revels and go, "That is one of the things I've missed the most. Being able to drink beer."
Sad old man story time. Back in my day, I drank a lot.
Okay, I used to drink all the time, and then my bladder started going.
Now I have arthritis.
Now I
Now
have
I'm artificial.
nephritis. Anyway, while you guys are downstairs in the bar enjoying your drinks, Sildor and Kelric, you guys make your way upstairs to one of the many like private rooms where you sit down and you pull up the black tablet from I think from the portal dimension that you have, right?
Yeah, it's not on this plane most of the time. So
Well, you pull it out, not pour. Spending the 10 minutes of your time to, weave the intricate divination rituals and weaves across the tablet before you eventually pull out like this wisp of smoke from it and bring it up, almost inhaling it as you breathe in its story. And it goes back to darkness, and from darkness you find it inscribed with many names upon it, but the names kind of faded, and only the impression of them came. You see upon it, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 different creatures. The only 3 that seem to have lasted were the shadows. But also there's the 2 sisters. There's Avalon, one of the worshipped elven gods. There's Thrum and Gaul, but you feel Gaul's presence no longer. And there's one other that you feel on there that baffles you because it has many forms to it that you can't really pick out. But its names do come to you. It has the name of the 9 human gods. Just all 9 associated. It has 9 names, all associated to the one creature.
So I've got 3 shadows, 2 sisters, Thrum and Gaul, 9 human gods. What was the elf god's name? Did I miss anything?
You should be able to pull up lore religion, and it's kind of all the names. I've been slowly filling it out. You got Avalon. He's the god of primal elements and teaches the extent of good and evil. The 2 sisters, minor belief within Athana. But you got the human deities, including Aiden, Theo, and all of them. That pantheon. Doesn't have Noctra, though.
Sounds like you're saying that whole pantheon is one god.
Yeah, that whole pantheon is just one guy.
Yep.
Yep.
Fun.
Yeah, that sounds like humans making things more complicated than they need to be.
That's not the case. Sildor, with your 20 and kind of the help from Kelric about what he found, the human gods, there is only one. And it changes its form.
Changing depending on
So
what?
it's trying to make people think there's more than one of it.
Mm-hmm. But it has the control of 9 spheres.
Maybe it has a multiple personality disorder.
Maybe there are 9 and 8 of them are dead, and it's filling in all of their spheres.
Dio, the wand that you have, is associated with it, and you even feel its power from there. It has all those spheres, and you kind of recall that its primary sphere is secrecy, and it's hiding amongst everything. Make me a general intelligence check.
Both of us, him.
Yes.
I said 3 things and you said yes.
Yes.
Okay. Intelligence. Just to check. Alright, 23.
Damn.
Almost
You're a
tools.
smart cookie.
I am.
If you were a powerful god and you had control of many different spheres, your name would be more or less hunted. But if you were 9 minor gods with smaller spheres, people would think that you were weak.
Uh-huh. So I'm gonna put this back. Now what, Sildor? Do you have like a way that we can like seal this away for like all eternity yet?
I don't know. Do I? Let me roll.
This feels like it has a lot of power that we don't want.
So I got 2 thoughts. I got
Banish it.
why are names
What
important,
you-
and why is the tablet important? So why
What
are
I
names
don't
important?
have is natural 1.
Oof.
With a +9. Wow.
Yeah, that sucks.
So what you have isn't the true names. What you have are their common names.
I have a glossary of the modern name.
Yeah, basically.
You have a history of the region of names of, deities.
Well, suppose we have to look further into said history to find true names. That's generally where they're found, but I don't want to do that right now. Also, I'm kind of curious about why the. You weren't there for that. There was this really old vampire guy who wanted this. He also had some scroll that Lysander started a fight over for no reason.
I heard about the fight, but at the last session, didn't we learn, or I figure out that the tower has a name in it?
Yeah.
Which tower? What?
The
tower
Elven
in
Tower.
Kelrick's hometown is a vault. That's why they were safe from the last darkness.
Yeah, it's because it may or may not contain like the big guy's name. We're not like in a safe environment for me to start saying random powerful names and see what happens.
Hey.
I don't have the material components to make this a safe environment. Nor is that hard.
I feel like the safest place for the tablet was where it was.
Yes, I feel that now. It's too bad we can't do that, or can we?
You got the tablet from one of the human gods'
Yes.
domains.
I understand that. I want to go put it back. Be like, hey, I'm here to give this back. I don't want it anymore.
I mean, technically, we do know, like, if we still have the route to enter that domain, we know where it is.
I mean,
I'm trying to figure out how to get there and back is the question.
how long until Kelrick's powerful enough to make a demi-plane and then make it go away on his own?
I don't know, 3 more bosses? In game, I don't know how to answer that question. Out of game, like 3 more boss fights.
You guys don't know about demi-planes.
Yes, there's
Well,
also that.
you sort of know. You just don't know how they're created.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I wonder if we could, like... I wonder if my mentor has a way to do that.
He disappeared.
That's a thought.
Yeah.
We'll still have to go back to the town then. That's a waste of time right now.
I have a way to do it in, like, 2 hours.
Do?
Yes. I just need to convince the dwarves in this town to give me, if they have a teleportation circle, to give me, like, the key passcode unit. But I don't think they have.
Hold on. Continue, sorry.
Well, we are very popular at the moment.
Yeah, well, you guys are popular. I don't think the queen likes me that much. Well, I don't think we have to ask her. We could probably just ask, like... damn, that's probably where we came back from, was the teleportation room. That would make sense.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got other questions. I need like focus. Like, give me a question and I can think really hard on it. Gotta be bound related.
I don't have anything off the top of my head.
All right. Well, it's all on the top of my head. So just, you come up with something, let me know.
All right.
Well, are you guys gonna like maybe
No,
also consult others about it?
we're still sitting in this room having a conversation. Right. So, are you like a bound now?
I think so.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Hold on, let me roll. What does it mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
With an 11, you understand a few things. If you choose to be, you can no longer age.
That's
Okay.
cool.
If you choose.
Wait, does that mean like his body doesn't decay over time?
You also feel that the more you do that, the less free will you'll have. And you'll start picking up to a sphere.
So your choices are die of old age or become a demigod.
Yeah.
But a demigod with rules.
Yeah.
Probably the demigod of sailors.
Uh-huh. Well, like I'm asking because I'm kind of like on like a different boat that's similar. Like, so I was just curious.
I'm kind of curious. Demigod of sailors.
That would kind of be funny.
That would be neat.
Like, so do we want to tell the
Hey,
others
I
about?
could become something similar to Noctra. My Sander
You-
could worship me one day.
You could like replace the one that died in the channel.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's gone.
God damn it!
So
Hmm.
since reincarnation magic isn't a thing, I mean,
I don't know. I feel like I'd have to ask the boss's permission before trying to pull something like that.
yeah, they might get angry with you. Also, I think like Athana hates us now, so
They
Yeah.
don't hate us, but they're not happy. They understand the things that we've done, and they're not forgetting
they?
it. They just also they know what they've been told by their sister city, which is that we let a bunch of ravenous murderers go away and not, you know.
I love how that's the story it's going through. We weren't even part of that trial.
Right?
You caused the trial to happen.
But
It doesn't matter what you did, it's what the rumors say.
I know that sucks. And our rumor
Well,
person
the
was
world
gone for so
Rumor
long.
had it.
And
Our
I,
rumor
There's a whole group of people that would like you to have represented them.
and I can only
I mean, yeah.
tell our friends in Arthana our side. They're gonna believe what they want to believe. Who they gonna believe? Their sister city of ancient times or random dude number 27,000?
Oh man, we'll see.
Sounds like a lucky number.
27.
Are you guys at least gonna me tell about what's with the tablet since I'm one of the few people that know about it since I found out with.
We're doing things like you guys can be doing stuff this whole time as me and Sildar have this side conversation. Like if someone wants to come up and knock on the door,
Yeah, Ravos is drinking. God only knows what Hesbjorn's doing.
have a decent conversation with somebody I haven't seen in a year or a half of.
Hey.
I don't even know if I know like that you guys gone up there.
Saw us walk.
They're not around a tavern.
Me and him have like kind of like very like obvious who we are vibes. We're not down there, so
Speaking
Okay.
killing bounds and shit and killing bosses.
Yeah.
What the hell was the war chief? And can you make a poison for it? Because I got a plan for a bullet that makes for a very nice delivery system.
Wait, what war chief?
Uh,
Do you
the
mean
guy-
War Chief Morgnar with the faded edge?
The one
Yes.
that was so badass he just ignores magic because he feels like
Yeah, that was War Chief Morgnar with the infamous faded edge. Doesn't give a shit about magic. He's
think
off 3 bars.
Well,
he's either
at this
for
moment, Sildor is asking Kelric because Kelric saw him and Solar didn't.
presence is orc or goblin, or third race that I don't know of.
Well, do you know enough about goblins and orcs?
Yes.
They all kind of look the same, don't they?
A really big height difference. One's usually bulkier than the other one. Goblins speak a completely different language and have a higher pitch to their voice.
Roll nature.
Okay.
Goblins also range from the size of ogres to
Yeah, there's the bigger
dwarves.
goblins.
Jesus Christ, he knows.
Does a 26 get me anything?
What you fought or what you saw was probably an orc.
I mean, yes, I can. It might take a little bit, but like, yeah.
We got some time. I got can probably only fit like 1 or 2 cc's worth of fluid in a bullet, so it's got to be pretty concentrated. But
Yeah. Like, I have nothing else to do while we wait, so sure.
Ah yes, the medieval unit of measurement, CCs.
yeah, so if you can make me enough for 2 bullets of screw that orc over there, it's probably come in handy when we go after the guy.
Where's my other note?
You a total of 3 bullets worth, but sure, 2 works.
Well, there's the money issue.
They come in batches of 3s. So
All right, so we'll go for 3 then. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, totally.
Alright. I need to get to work. I'm gonna go rent a shop and make some money and get bullets cast in.
Yeah. Well, have fun with that.
But any bound related questions, just let me know. I need the focus, right? I need someone to ask the question.
I'll come and drop off the poisons when they're done.
Where's just that freaking?
So, Revos and Warwick, what are we up to? Drinking at the bar as you watch the other 2 come down from their little private conversation.
Yeah, I was not drinking at the bar, just having a conversation.
Revos, after a couple of pints in, kind of just reminisces on some sights he heard in the city and knows that in one of his nighttime strolls came across a place called the Temple of Strength. Kind of interested in making a stop there.
You want to go there?
Revos would like to check in on the Temple of Strength.
Sure thing.
What the fuck is that?
One of the sites?
Wait. Is there a oh, there's a legend.
Number 4, it's on the north side of the city.
So eventually, with your, you meander through the city streets, pushing your way through a few crowds. A lot of the crowds here, are remarkable. You've been in a lot of elven cities where you kind of were a head or 2 taller than most people. Here, you're a full dwarf taller than most people. So, there's a few times where you had to, stop short. You ever walk, around a kindergarten or something like that, or walk around daycare?
I mean, I used to, I lived in the Philippines for 3 months, so yes, I was constantly surrounded by stereotypical short Asian people. It was
I was going
like being
child-sized, but yes.
I mean, same thing, but yeah, I stuck out like a sore thumb and was pretty much a good amount of heads higher than most people.
So you get that little impression where you kind of had to step carefully, but eventually you do make it over to the Temple of Strength. This broad structure based in nature, the main teachings here seem to revolve around oneself connecting the core aspects of being with the outer world. as you kind of see the temple structure from nature, it's from coming from the ground. You see these almost decorative mechanical wheels, gears, and this entire thing seems almost like as if it could be its own large machine.
The temple itself?
Yeah, like as if
Oh.
it's decorated to be its own large machine, though nothing does move. But you enter into this large,
Like am I get like Adeptus Mechanicus type vibes?
sort of, but not really. Nothing is moving.
It's just a facade.
Yeah, it's all facade. Even you looking around can see where 3 gears are intertwined and, would not move.
Would Ramos know that? Yeah, he would.
Anyone with basic intelligence hopefully would understand that. But when you do enter, you notice... What's it?
I take 2 steps in, shout, "These are your bagels?" Drop them and leave. I'm joking.
I don't get that reference.
You're from New York, just like me, and you don't get that reference.
Yes.
All right, so the reference is because New York has the best pizza and bagels in the world, and therefore the best pizza bagels in the world. But that's besides the point. The point is, you go to any pizzeria or bagel shop anywhere else in the world, you walk in, try a bite of it, yell, "This is your pizza," throw it on the floor, and walk out.
So you're a terrible person, is what I'm.
From New York, baby. I love New York. Forget about it, bitch.
We'll do that in Chicago. Anyway.
Oh.
But you see, many of these dwarves are walking around. A lot of them wear like these wooden necklaces. Some of them wear beads. And you see, a few of them are made of iron, and there's one silver necklace amongst the place. And one of the ones wearing an iron band around his neck comes up and goes, "Oh, good day, brother. What may we do for you?"
Well, my name's Revos. I'm a fighter of my people from the Golden Ridge Mountains. I've traveled far with companions that we've sworn a blood oath together to right some wrongs that we've been helping each other across the way. Over time, I've always been a spirit seer, but of my people. But as of late, I've taken on these not in like a mechanical sense blood oaths, but like, just kind of like we've bled together for each other's sakes,
Okay, got it. I was thinking you went through all of us while we were sleeping, cut our palms, and
Yes, that's how Revos makes his potion. No, I'm joking. But he goes, yes, I've traveled with my companions far and wide, and lately I've never been one to cast rites of magic or spiritual influence other than just communing with our tribal ancestors. But lately I've been reaffirming my spirituality with thanks to the teachings of a friend who's departed on his own quest, and taken up an oath, I guess you could say, of glory, to bring glory to the name of my people and of my companions. And I noticed a sign outside that said Temple of Strength, and where there's strength, there's sure to be glory, and I'm just here to learn what I can.
But I understand. There are many strengths. Let me ask you a question. What is more valuable, a bar of gold or a handful of soil?
Ramos just kind of takes a moment to ponder. He says, well, obviously the bar of gold at the present moment would be more valuable, but given the time and nurturing, soil would be more profitable over generations of ancestors to come than any bar of gold ever could. The nourishment that soil could fill the bellies of warriors and blah, 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 blah over time.
He kind of waves his hand and says, no. Gold is useful to you, but to a seed, the soil is useful. That is strength.
Use impart some wisdom upon you.
What is your weakness, brother? That is what we teach. Your weakness. For acknowledging it and overcoming it are the teachings of strength.
Hmm.
He
I
came
do
for
not know.
bodybuilders,
Perhaps I will
not
have
nerds.
to convene with my companions. I typically do not taste
What
defeat
I
too often.
Alcohol.
Alcohol is sweet.
I suppose I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'll have to reflect on that. Again, gain the counsel of my companions. Maybe they can truly see where my weaknesses lie. Better than I can.
The first step to becoming wooden is to acknowledge where you are weakest. And he kind of like looks at some of the people you see all around wearing those wooden necklaces. From there, you can focus on what true strength is.
I have a feeling I'm going to be making quite a few journeys back to this temple.
It sounds so.
Thank you for your time, father, brother, person.
We are all brothers.
Beautiful.
He kind of gives you a polite bow,
Oh,
but it's kind of hard because he like bows, but he also tries like to keep a little bit more level with you, even though he's definitely like craning his neck up just to look at you.
I feel like Rebels actually would fall for a pyramid scheme.
What?
What?
It just sounds so much like the Church of Scientology.
Sounds so much like a cult.
I'm totally getting those vibes too, but like, I don't know, like Rebos just like taught himself how to channel divinity. So he's like, okay, let's see some of this. Let's check out some of this preachy shit that Lysander was trying to drop on him.
All religions are cults. Some of them are just okay cults.
Only a cult if it removes you from. There's a few signifiers of a cult, and as it trying to cut you off from friends, families, and other connections, and then trying to isolate you, and then trying to keep you in the fold.
Yeah,
the
or
difference with religion is a religion shouldn't try to cut you off from your loved ones.
there are a lot of cults where they're actually just also they only try to cut off from your family if you can't bring your family with you in the cult.
All right, and we've now digressed.
Yes.
I came to the
Important.
Temple of Strength looking for bodybuilders, and I found nerds.
I
He
found
wants to become the rebusnator of the Golden Reach Mountains.
Disappointed that you didn't just walk in and it's just a Planet Fitness.
Rebus walks in, sets off the lunk alarm.
I pick things up and
Just
put them
like
down.
I get greeted by an attendant and just go, no, I know what's gonna happen here. Get out.
I really like that song.
One of those people who screams when they lift weights.
Yeah. I call them like diesels because they have to make a whole bunch of noise. Or hydraulics, where they go like they make the sound.
The tishers, the pishers. Like, are you a guy or are you air brakes? Like, what are your muscles made of over there? Like...
I mean, as somebody who has allergies and my airways are always making interesting whistling noises of some kind, like I kind of feel attacked right now.
That's fine.
You are being attacked right now.
Yeah.
we do it because we care.
Okay, I'm finding my weaknesses. Cool.
Yes, alcohol.
Germany, we have a saying that is saying whistling out of
Go
your
ahead
last
and
hole.
are you gonna stay there for a little bit? Because they're willing to teach you.
Yeah, Rebels will chill out with them. He's kind of being a little retrospective, and it's like I really don't know. Like, at least physically, what, like, he's looking at this like literally physically. He doesn't know what his actual weaknesses are, so
Silver?
he's
He doesn't have any.
willing to delve into that because, I mean, eliminating a weakness is only going to make him overall stronger.
Pride.
Religion.
Roll
Ranged
religion.
attacks.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's see how well Lysander taught you.
Anything over 60 feet away.
Let's see here. Roll 20. If you could load my character sheet, that'd be great. All right, +0. Let's go.
Well, I guess he didn't really listen to Lysander all that much.
You're going from what is a spirituality-based religion into a more... Its warriors don't have a god, per se. They don't believe in a specific deity. In fact, even when you step into the hall where the Temple of Strength is, there's a couple statues there with names, and each one is called... It is basically an aspect of strength. But they're all
More or less like a
real...
school philosophy more than an actual religion.
Exactly. But over time, they start to explain to you the mechanics behind it. Yes, running in and always being the strongest and the healthiest is one thing. Being the biggest and everything like that is one thing. But true strength isn't just from that. True strength comes from a little bit more than just being strong. And it kind of relates to you like, can a carpenter be strong? Can a peasant be strong? Can't the lowliest cook be as strong as the hot? And can't the noble be weak? And it gives you that kind of like teachings and impressions that, you know, it is who you are. What knowing your limits makes someone stronger than just outright fighting things. And over time, they do some exercising, which isn't just like pure strength-based exercising. They do like slow, methodical movements and stuff. And even after all of that, an hour where you barely lifted any weight, you can feel your arms sore in muscle groups that you've never really worked out. And they give you an overall. They make you feel as strong, while also teaching you some. But yeah, that's about what you picked up out of it, is that there's weakness in everybody, and that's what makes you strong, and that's about what you pick up from them. It might be wrong, probably is, but that's what you picked up.
That's what a 5 gives you.
Hey, it's
Revos is in need of some of spiritual philosophical counsel since Lysander's gone off to do his own quest. So these guys will do for now.
To some retrospection.
Yes.
Retrospection?
Retrospection.
Retrospection.
What? No.
So, was that part of Revels? Sorry.
What?
What did you ask?
Well, was that the Revels bit? Or was
I
that
think
one?
so. I think
So
that
I
was a
didn't-
Revos bit.
What Revos bit?
Is someone getting
So-
impatient?
I just wanted to
I'm
know.
He's waiting for his turn to ask questions.
What is the Architect University? Would I be able to ask around about what it is?
Go ahead and roll me religion yourself.
It's in the church. Damn it.
Religion?
Yes.
Right. 27.
One of the other core aspects, so there are several different core values dwarves entail. You see there's silence,
Yeah.
wealth, valor, strength, and the architect.
Okay. Then Warwick would definitely go.
Yep. It has an elegant building with many different branching paths coming up to it. Bustling with activities, you see that this is where the deep roads connect to the underside of a municipal building. The architect for this building was Aid Thalak. The structure was built with tan brick and natural blue-hued rocks of the caverns beneath. there's these tall windows that stretch from the very foundation to the ceilings above, supported by large stone pillars and iron beams that cross over where the deep roads kind of connect into. Though it seems much of the activity within has stopped, with the trains and the railroads beneath kind of slowing down. But once in a while, you see people hauling up ore on cranes and other things like that. Next to this building is the university, which is its own sort of temple. Its teachings more or less rely around building yourself like you would construct a building and kind of relating the two together. Its core aspect being you need a firm foundation. And then
Warwick
building
literally built
yourself.
himself.
I was gonna say Warwick literally built himself.
Yes, which is why you're very familiar with this, because the very aspects of what the architect teaches actually had a lot of practical purpose for you constructing it yourself and others like you.
Yeah.
It's the fourth time that we have built Warwick, and we are becoming exceptionally good at it.
Actually, Warwick has built bodies like the one he has multiple times,
That's
and
what I
this
said.
is his best work.
Now it's old and decrepit.
Ergo
Yeah.
vis-a-vis.
And I'm assuming the history roll is for Eid Phallic?
Yeah, I typed it. It's literally like the line above it for the name, colon, and then history.
Yeah. Eid Phallic really just built this architect
Did I know him?
institute. I would say yes. Actually, before, the deep roads were mostly paths with carts going down them, pulled by oxen, mules, or horses under the deep roads, and it became very tiring because every so often it had to build roadhouses. Eid Phallic invented the way of transporting things via rail, which sure it was done at the time, but they were usually horse-drawn or carriage-drawn areas. They would bring it up the slope and then let it go down the slope and then catch it at the next slope, and like that way. And it was still slow, but he came up with the magnetic induction and was able to actually power these locomotives, which it's still a little beyond your grasp of how he did it. But at the time, he was named one of the architects of Beltodir.
I mean, did I know him? I meant, did I know him personally?
You knew him personally, as in, like, you've met him. The guy was always very distant and barely talked.
That makes sense.
He was
I was as well.
to himself and writing stuff down.
Yeah. I mean, Warwick kind of was like that as well, just a little less than completely in itself, but so people are just busy, or do I walk into the university?
The university, like I said, it's just kind of, they have several classes. It's almost like its own school. People actually enroll and sign up to it, and you're even greeted at the front desk of them kind of marveling over you. And a few asking if they could present you in the class. Like one of the teachers walks up and kind of sees you and goes, "Oh, I have to show this off." He kind of grabs your arm as if to lead you away, as if you were just a construct.
I pull my hand a little bit back, not like in a bad way or anything, but just to let him know that I'm not just going along. Now
he kind of turns to you, goes, "Construct, comply."
I look at him and go, "Yeah, I think you've got this wrong."
He takes another examination here and like pulls out his glasses and looks and goes, "Right, I think so."
Yeah. Hi.
You were sent on an errand by your master. I understand.
No, not that either.
Ring, Warlock.
Warwick sticks out his hand and he goes, My name is Warwick.
He kind of shakes it, but as he does, he kind of turns over and he starts to mess with the rings and whatnot on your finger.
Could you please stop that? That's mine.
Yours
Yes.
defies many conventions of robotistry, but
I am not a robot. Thank you.
he kind of takes your arm and he knocks against it for that metallic ring. Well, it isn't plate.
Dumbass.
I mean, a wearing plate.
Yeah. You understand my. Oh, you might not understand me.
I'm part. Oh dear.
Oh, that's my circuits.
This is hilarious.
That's why. I'm a dwarf, currently inhabiting the body of this creation of mine.
He kind of taps his chin and looks at you. Warwick. Why does that name seem familiar?
I was friends with, or well, I mean, I knew. Forgot the name.
Right things?
Ad Folic.
Yeah, the guy that created this building, or the building created
It
after.
was not soon. That was very. What's the other word for not soon?
Oh yeah, I'm centuries old.
Right. Oh, you're on. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Anyway, he just picks up some books and continues on his way.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Before you leave,
Stop causing problems, Warwick.
What does it work?
could you tell me which classes are being taught here? I thought I'd pop in and have a look at them. I'm very interested in learning more.
He lists a few classes on basically engineering and architecture. I am not that educated as a human being to understand the complexity of all this stuff. But he lists off a complex series of classes, and some that you've never heard about. Especially concerning locomotives and stuff like that.
I'm very interested in the whole electromagnetic part of it. Would that fall under the locomotive, or would that be a different type of class?
You can find one applicable to what you want to research if you want.
Yeah, because I mean, Warwick already has a lot of electricity-based stuff going on.
Yep.
So
you charge 100 gold for tuition.
Could I talk to the
classes
headmaster?
are not cheap.
See if I can get the price down by showing myself off. Like,
Are you selling your body?
sort of.
Wow.
See if I can get the price down by selling my body.
Such a Heatsbjorn move.
Hey, I mean, I'm committing war crimes, so, I mean, let's go.
Well, there's no Geneva Conventions in this world. Everything is legal.
I've developed a series of 3 bullets based off real bullets that are banned by the Geneva Convention, because there's no Geneva Convention in this world. I'm also probably on a watch list now.
Do I have to roll for something?
Yeah, your dignity.
Oh god.
Roll for dignity.
Ooh, 19 roll.
A little bit convincing. They say that you could help with one of the robotics classes by being their subject. In which case, they wouldn't dismantle you. They would just have you explain certain aspects and have the teacher go over concepts and other things.
I can also like show them stuff since I have the I can.
Yeah. Basically, you help with a class by
Oh,
being
yeah.
the subject.
Okay. Yeah, I can help that with also creating the homunculus server and
Price is
stuff like that.
75.
No hunky panky.
Okay.
They're willing to pay for the tuition. They'll pay 25 gold off for the class.
It's actually quite a lot.
It is a lot.
Okay.
You're going to a university.
Yeah.
And this ain't no free university tuitions paid for. This is capitalism.
I was gonna say this is no Europe. This is America.
This is Slovenia.
Okay, he pays the 75 gold.
Alright, so you take a few classes in your spare time. Who's next? I have
or
Adriana.
Adriana.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I brought it to you, so in case there's nothing there, you could have just skipped me, and I would have just wasted my time. I'm basically just since we have a bit of downtime, I kind of want to go back to my own stuff, as I'm looking around, seeing if I can find any signs of Susteros here, or if I can find any in Thieves' Cant information guilds.
Investigation.
She's looking for boys that look lonely on the street.
No. Investigation. The one that I suck at. Oof.
You just met the DC for that.
Wow. Yeah, that's like
Eventually, going around the city, there's not as many thieveries in here. It seems like dwarves are very against thieves.
Well, to be fair,
crimes.
Susurrus and thingy, I'm not really looking for thieves, you know, we're a little bit more above that.
Oh, I understand, but what I mean is there ain't like a lot of contacts that you can find,
Yeah.
or even thieves
Mhm.
can't. But
Yeah.
eventually, you do find something that actually take place at. Within shoot, which one did I have it at?
This is like the best investigation I've ever rolled. I've never rolled a
Yeah.
good investigation so far, ever.
On the one of the leading edges of the Temple of Silence, you do find some markings, and you follow them along to this small, like, courtyard off the side, like down alleyway.
Mhm.
And seeing some more of the thieves' cantors, you whisper a password to a door and are allowed inside, where you can see like a small group of dwarves, one behind like this almost looks like glass meshed with iron bars, as if the glass was poured with the iron. And he kind of gives you a look and goes, "Right, what are you looking for?" You're kind of in information area. Like they're giving out info. Their main trade is info or smuggling. Like they give information.
But they're not associated with my college.
Very loosely associated. They
Okay.
have connections, but it's like 7 connections between.
So is he the only one that I can see there? Or are there like some other...
As you were going in, 2 others left giving you looks, but otherwise they like almost painfully ignore you as through custom. So
I just want to do the basic thing, which is just, you know, have a glance at the surface thoughts of everyone. Because, it's just, you know, a habit, especially when I go into a situation like this. Where mistrust between parties is normal. And then if there's only that one dwarf, I guess I go up to his little thingy, and while I keep a track on his surface thoughts, I say, of course I want some information, why else would I be here?
As you reach out with your mind, trying to push into the glass, you feel it actually resisting. It's almost lead-lined.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't work.
He kind of information. About. Give me something to work with. I'll work with you.
The targets.
He stands up and goes rummaging through. Thought you looked familiar. And he pulls out a crate and starts pulling through like sealed letters and stuff like that. Until he eventually finds one, and he slides it under, and you can see inscribed under like there's a wax seal, and inscribed just beneath it, half covered by the wax seal, you see a bluish mark. And you realize it's the way the Susuros seal their letters for travel.
Mm-hmm.
It goes, and he kind of shows it to you, but behind the glass. 10 copper. Things traveled a long way.
If only 10 copper if it's traveled a long way. Is that like...
I believe that you'll be coming back here. It's good to start a first impression, right? First I've seen one from this distance, so if y'all be dealing business here, best not to start with a bad foot.
Oh, no, I was just wondering. I thought that was rather cheap. I slide over the 10 copper.
Yep, you put 10 copper, though you see that there's no way through the plexiglass, and he kind of points to a little metal panel that you see.
Mm-hmm.
And as you put it on there, he pulls back the metal, it kind of drops into a chute.
Yeah.
And you can see that it's like those damn banker things where, and then
Yeah.
he pulls it out the 10 copper, puts the letter in, slides it back over to you. Pleasure doing business with you. Anything else you need?
That's it for now. Like you said, I guess I will be coming back.
Right,
And
you will.
I take the ladder and, of course, very sneakily put it inside my clothing and leave for now. And then I will find a safe spot somewhere close by and make sure that there's no one around and have a look at the letter.
You can see the letter is written in very plain dwarvish, just kind of talking about absolute, like, the weather and how happy they're at the farm. You can see the underlying mistakes. There's occasional spelling mistakes, and as you take time to kind of write each spelling mistake out correctly, it starts to actually spell out a different letter within. So not only is it in Thieves' Cant, it's ciphered.
Mm-hmm.
As you go through the cipher, it actually lists a date and a time to meet at. And it tells you that they have a clientele that they would like you to speak with. A Dalamar.
Okay. Dalamar.
Dalamar. Dalamar.
L.
And right at the bottom of the letter, you can see inscribed onto it this mark of a tower wreath in flames. As you kind of recall, Adriana had gotten letters previously like this, though she also kept them quite secretive from you. It would often burn them as soon as after she read them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still like, there's multiple things that I have to go through right now. Like, first of all, I've been going around as Adriana, and I still haven't gotten a wink of anyone being disturbed by me still being alive. He said I looked familiar, which means that I've never been here before, my mentor has been here before, or someone gave them information about how I look. So, I, um, I have seen the people that came out, right?
Yep.
I make sure again that there's no one around, and I change my appearance into looking like the people that left just before I entered.
You got a glimpse at them. You didn't get like a
Oh, it
full
wasn't.
deep
Okay,
look.
it wasn't enough. Okay, in that case, I go
Do you want to just
through.
disguise yourself as a dwarf?
I just want to disguise myself as anybody else, and I just want to go through like my mental collection of people that I've met. That I can
Disguise yourself as the hag.
Yeah, I can disguise myself as the hag. I'm gonna disguise myself as the hag, and then I'm gonna disguise some with my spell. I'm gonna make some clothing that just looks like, like a bit like normal clothing, like.
So you do all this, right? You change your inner appearance, organs and all, or at least your skin and all, to look like.
Oh wait, no, I have clothes with me, so I just changed my clothes. Yeah.
Yep. So
to
you
look like
kind of duck off to an alleyway, get yourself some privacy, quickly make a quick change artist, change into all this stuff, stash some of your other gear kind of hidden away, until basically you come out looking and almost completely imitating a different person.
Yes. And then I go back into the information guild.
Mm-hmm. The same dwarf is sitting behind the counter and gives you a look and goes, "What can I help you with?"
I would like some information about the lady that just entered here previously.
What lady?
I believe she came asking for information about the Kages, but I am interested in information that you have about her.
What are you asking for? He's asking price.
Mm-hmm. Who she is and what she's been doing, especially what is the time frame? How long ago? Let me check my bio. 1 second. I forgot how long it was ago.
Not questions. How much you willing to pay?
Oh. One gold piece.
I was going to say that's about all I know about her. He kind of thumbs through his short beard. About a week back, a couple of red cloaks came in, masks on their face, handed off a letter. Said it was for her, showed me a portrait. They said she'd be in the area, most likely would find me, and they were off. Don't know her name, don't know much about her, but she just came in today, bought the letter off, and walked out. I haven't seen her before then, though.
If I give you
I'd be careful about that sword she has, though. Something be off about it.
What about those red cloaks? Do you know who they are? I'm willing to pay more for the information, of course.
200 gold, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to you about them.
Whoa!
Money.
That is a lot of money.
Makes the world go round. Decisions.
I see you have an appointment and whatnot. Okay, I know your price. I might be coming back to you on that. Thank you so much, and I give him the gold piece. I put it on the metal tray.
A tip. He kind of looks at you putting it on the tray, and gives you another look back. You can see his inquisitive eyes kind of working over And you can even feel him thinking, how does she know? Most people, you can almost see him thinking, goes,
Yeah.
most people don't know about the tray.
I give
But
him a smirk.
He gives you another smile back. He says, free tip for you. Be careful when you ask about them. Never know how much they're willing to pay back.
Enough. Thank you for that.
He slides the tray back, gets the gold out, takes a bite out of it, like just bites it, and then he sets it aside.
I leave. I leave, and I make sure to walk a bit further away and at least make sure that there's no one following me before I change back. Okay. Another thing that I suck at. Oof!
Just make a roll.
You have 20, there's not 20.
Yeah, you don't notice anyone.
Why do I feel so... It's a nat 20 and it makes me feel so bad! Okay, well, I go to another, dark and abandoned thingy with privacy and change back. And then...
Change back.
Yeah. What, you said there was a date and a place. What was the date and the place of the appointment in the letter?
5 days, they want you to meet at this specific little well next to a statue. You kind of know the place in here. Also, DM's note. It's just, you just tell me you want to arrive there and you'll arrive there.
Ah, okay. Okay. It's inside the city, it's not, okay.
Yeah. It's inside the city and public. Even the dates in the middle of the day.
Okay. That's nice. I'm not going to destroy the letter. I'm gonna go back to my friends because since they touched the letter and they made the letter, I will try if I can scry on them with using it as a focus.
All right. I'll say after your couple days of busy work, Revo's having done a few of the trainings and teachings, Sal doing his own lessons. Bjorn, what are we up to?
I think Bjorn is literally just sleeping. That's what
Oh.
I want right now.
Sorry, one more thing. I will also send, of course, a message back to my own personal private contact, asking about the red cloaks and the tower that is wrapped in the flames.
You're casting sending for that?
I'm using the
You could send a message back via the information broker would be the best way.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm actually gonna cast. I'm actually don't want to leave any trade, any thingies of that, so I will actually just send it to Analitia with sending. Yeah.
Okay. They give you a message back saying the extent of the message is inquisitive. What exactly do you say in your 25 words?
I'm saying I give her where we is it called where we are currently in Beltedere. Need info ASAP on race tower wrapped in flames and people in red cloaks. What is the Dalamar? Yeah, Dalamar.
She'll send back the Dalamar of the tower wrapped in flames was one of your old contacts. What became of them? Let us know. Send a full message.
Okay.
Anyway, here's Bjorn. You're just sleeping?
Yeah, man, that's all I can think about right now.
As you're kind of sleeping, you hear a little peck, peck, peck at the window.
Oh, it's my son. Oh shit. Okay, I go look for the bird with the letter, I assume, right?
There is a crow at your windowsill, pecking at the glass.
Does he have a letter?
Oh,
No, he's just sitting there pecking at the glass and occasionally cawing at the window.
Okay, I scare him off and then go back to sleep.
He doesn't get scared off.
good job.
Wait, what?
Yep, you shoot him and he kind of just sits there pecking at the window.
I guess I cast Speak with Animals?
Guess or you do?
I do.
I guess no one's coming.
We're thinking of the same thing.
He caws still and pecks at the window.
Wait, I open the window and say hello?
Looks at you, kind of cocks his head, takes 2 steps, 2 little like jumps to get in the windowsill before it puffs into dark smoke, and you see like a 5 or 8-inch tall father.
Oh,
Bates have heard you've been searching for me. The Coven will not help you with your Agneta.
Get fucked!
Oh, you spirit stuff.
fuck you, okay? I tried.
David.
Trying is not what matters, results do. However, I am glad to see you finally and started your fate. They have been kind to you so far. There is one amongst you who could transfer Agneta. I would speak to Warwick, see what he can do.
Okay, man, I will deal with it myself.
I want to play Agneta after she transformed.
I'm going to fucking kill you, Kelly.
Agneta becomes a spellcaster sidekick.
I just wanna continue with the main storyline, boys.
What? How do we know this isn't the main storyline?
The
Wait, what's the
storyline?
story?
Ah, yes, the main
What's the
storyline.
story? What is this storyline you keep mentioning? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm just fucking tired. I want to sleep. Okay, I am going to. I guess I'll go see Mr. Warwick later then. I don't know. Father can't help me, I assume.
Because he's a bitch.
Yeah, because he's a fucking bitch.
He can, he doesn't want to.
Still there. He's still standing there watching you, who's Bjorn.
Yeah, but this
He's
is
talking
completely
to himself.
This. Where are you guys? Like, where did the coven go? You're all west, right?
You see him pause for a second. Oh, I cannot tell you that.
I mean, it's not like we can do anything. We're all
Weak?
like stop this invasion.
I still cannot. Grandmother's been watching me a little bit more since my intervention killing off Mother.
We did that. She's dead. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, but the only reason we could was. Oh fuck.
Had I not sent the young hag near you, I am sure that her plans would have succeeded.
What the fuck? Now I need to rethink Operation Agneta. Can I? Is there? Wait, it's a small version of Father.
Yeah, he's 8 inches tall.
Wait, so is it not like a hologram Father, or like is it tangible still?
He is physically standing there, 8 inches tall.
Please don't try to. No.
No, I won't kill him. He's too powerful for that. I'm just like considering what the fuck I do here. Because I could do stupid shit, which would be funny. It's just very hard to deal with this guy. If you need another favor, you know how to contact me, right?
What favor could I ask of you?
I don't know. You probably want us to stop this whole shadow thing, don't you?
In the fates, you are already being intervened with.
Yeah, we already pushed that line, dude.
Fucking bastard.
I am not. What assistance would you give the Coven?
Come back.
I don't know, man. I'm practically just giving you guys free information by now.
Just third
That is your role,
three-
and of
3
course.
minutes. Always minus points for the smoke.
I always get what I want in the
It's
end.
just people outside smoke. Come back in. And if they're too sleep.
Wait, what is buzzing in the background?
I don't know, some German shit.
Out of 50.
I guess I don't need to talk to him if he doesn't want to make a deal. What the fuck do I do then? I don't know, man. I just want to see what our next step in mainline kill boss stuff is, really.
Understood. You can see another puff of black smoke, and there is about an 8-inch tall little black statue of a crow.
Oh, is that like so I can contact him? Oh, that's fucking great. I'll take that with me.
It's
Later
gonna
that
be
night,
success.
I think I got everyone through. You guys can meet up later at the tavern.
So how much time do we have until something happens? How many days?
Oh, great. Before anything happens, I first want to talk. Can we have the scrying globe, right? Can we also use like an item together with the scrying globe to see if we can scry on something? Mr. Kelrick should know.
That is how scrying works. The question is, what do you want to do?
Well, I have this letter that was delivered by some people, and I want to check out those people that delivered that letter. Could you maybe help me?
What? You have a letter that was delivered by some people. You want
I want to scry on those people. It wasn't delivered to me by those people. Those people delivered it to someone else, and I picked it up, and I want to find out more about those people. And since,
Continue.
yeah, so either the person who wrote it or the people that touched it and delivered it to that person. So I want to know if you could help me with this letter to scry on.
I mean, it's possible. Don't know how well it'll work.
The more she talks, the more sus it sounds.
Yeah, like, I mean, sure. You want to like do it like here in a room behind a closed door,
Well, not like if it's only us here.
or
I
like
don't.
in like this gathering area on the second.
Yeah, then definitely in a private room because people can come up anytime.
Sure.
We'll hang out in the jacuzzi.
Warwick will join you.
Which room were you guys in earlier?
You guys could take any bedroom.
Dibs.
Give
No,
me a
wait.
jacuzzi too.
That's what the enter room. Here, I'll just use this small one.
Warwick will rest on the big chair once he's done in the jacuzzi.
Pelican Adrian goes where you pull out the sphere of the sphere, and you want to scry on someone.
This is all you, Adriana.
Yes. You're
here
just
to-
helping.
I'm here to talk to you.
Yes, I want to scry on the people that got me the letter, that delivered it or wrote it. Since I don't know if they're the same people. So, what do I need to do?
Seeing as all you really have is a thing that they touched.
And wrote on.
And wrote on, but it's not something intimate of theirs. You'd never even heard of whoever wrote this.
Yes, I just heard the name Dalomar. So it's really just a shot in the blind. Yes, I know that, but it's worth trying.
Since you have the letter, there might be some leftover signature on it.
Yes, that was kind of what I was hoping for.
That's the hope.
That's the hope.
As you cast a scrying, you see the globe flickers a little bit, and it starts off in a city where there's just a dwarf walking down the road, and it flickers to an elf completely somewhere else, kind of just sitting at a bar drinking. And it flickers a few more times to like another few other people. It's confused as to who it belongs to.
Mm-hmm.
Until eventually, roll me a Kelrick. Are you the one operating?
No. Am I, Adriana? Do you want me to? I probably have to.
Adriana, roll me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I want him to like help me and guide me along because he's
Get advantage.
I'm sitting in the room, so I also
20. Not on that 20.
Eventually, you come to what looks to be this small room with like an elderly human kind of sitting there, slowly writing out these letters. And it's a very dark room lit by just a single candle. And you can see dozens of these letters written many times in different handwritings. And each one at the bottom, you see that there's the mark of the tower wreathed in flames. But it seems like he's only practicing writing these letters.
Hmm.
But besides that, he's just kind of sitting there. You're not even sure who this guy is.
Yeah, but I see him writing those letters. Is it the image clear enough that I can see the content of the letters?
As you go to loom over the letters, there's just a series of random assortment of words, almost.
Mm-hmm.
But you do see one letter amongst all of them. Roll me an investigation. Since I know how much you love those.
Yeah.
Half hidden underneath of one of the pages, you can see an old letter that has probably been read, and it's signed in your Adriana's handwriting.
Whoa.
Besides of that, you don't see anything else. The letter is covered by others,
Mm-hmm.
all written with like a strange cipher. But you could definitely see her mark on the paper beneath.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess that's all that I will get from that. I stopped looming over the thingy, and thank you, Calric.
What the fuck was that?
That's what I'm trying to find out. I got a letter, and I have an appointment with apparently some people that sent the letter, and I don't know anything about them, which is why I'm trying to get some more information before I meet up with them.
What do you mean you don't know anything about them?
That's what I'm saying. I have no clue.
So
Like, I mean, you've seen the letter. Like, there's this tower, red flames, and I've heard from the person who gave me the letter that some people in red cloaks delivered it. And since I literally don't know anything about it, I'm trying to get some more information.
Excuse me. When and where is this meeting that's happening? Apparently,
No, in 5 days here, this city.
that is so helpful.
Well, it's next to a well. It's there. Ask the DM if you want to go there, and then you'll appear there.
DM. So is it that weird island that's in the middle of the channel? Presence? Is that what she's trying to convey, or is it some other?
Yeah,
place?
why not? We'll say it's that one island in the middle of the channel.
I mean, it has no other purpose, from what I can see. It appears to have a gazebo on it, and that's about it.
Sure. That works for me.
So I just am curious. Were you planning to go to this random meeting that was given
Yes,
to you by letter?
I have to. I need to get more information.
About what?
Well, you know that I'm a Doppler,
Yes.
and you know that this is not how I really look.
Sure.
Well, I am trying to find out what happened to the person that looks like this.
Interesting side question. What do you really look like?
Do you really want to know?
I mean, we can do like show and tell, sure.
Okay, let's do show and tell. I show you, and you show me.
Sure.
Okay.
I
I stop looking like Adriana and return to myself.
You see before you what looks like pale purple skin, completely featureless, no ears, no hair, nothing. And it's got these black eyes with tiny white irises. And, Kelric, make me a, wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fun. 23.
It takes most of your calm demeanor, the way you have to concentrate on spells, the way you focus your mind, to stop yourself from instinctively fearing this creature that's sitting before you. Even though you know her very well, there's something deeply unsettling about just those eyes, which do not blink and do not move.
Interesting. I have so many questions.
There's no nose or mouth.
Yeah.
It's got these little flaps under the jaw where she kind of breathes in and out of from.
Like gills?
Yeah, and speaks from.
Aha. Okay. Like, is it gonna turn back or is it my turn?
Your turn.
Can you turn back? This is kind of unsettling.
Okay.
Thank you.
I turn back.
Oh, the voice. Oh, I hate it.
I couldn't hear you. I heard like there was rumbling from and it sounded like Adrian, but I could not hear whatever you were saying.
She was doing like a raspy voice, like, your turn.
I assumed so, but I could hear no words. It was just like the noise. Probably just me. That was kind of unsettling.
Yeah, I get.
See what you-
Anyway,
Yeah. So,
actually, I don't get that at all.
people just usually just run away.
They either run or they try to kill me.
Ah. Yeah, I can see why, to be honest.
Well, I don't. I mean, that's
But-
how I look.
I mean, that makes sense. I don't know if it was first time for everything.
Yeah, now it's your turn.
Okay. Kenrick blinks, and when his eyes reopen, you can start to see sort of black veins that come down from his temples that end right above his eyes. From above his ears, veins run down to the lower of his jaw, and then they also come back up in sort of a crisscross. And then on his arms, you can see just black veins forming webbing.
Interesting. What
Yeah,
is that?
This is new. You weren't there for that, but like the last day we were in Killamorin, I underwent I want to say it was a ritual or something, but this is what I truly look like. I'm also an anthema now, which was interesting to find out.
A what?
An anthema, like hags.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I'm what Timmy would have been.
Oh,
I'm unbound then.
interesting.
So I can't go in churches.
Oof.
Otherwise, this will come up. And like whenever I concentrate on spells, this has come up, which is why Warwick's cloak that he gave me was really nice.
It was really nice, yeah.
The majority of my face, and now I don't have that. I can also do something else, but we're in a really small room.
So let's not do that, I guess. I want to try something out, so I'm gonna like blink and I'm gonna turn to look like you just now.
Sure.
So basically, you're looking like I turn into how you're looking right now, because I want to see if I can also like pull off those veins and all of that.
So, you turn into Kelric, but as he was, not as he is now.
Interesting.
Oh, I can't be cursed either. I feel like that's an important thing to mention.
That's good to know.
Yeah. It was kind of weird to figure that out.
How did you figure that out?
So he pulls out like the sanguine dagger. So I had this really strong attachment to it. I wouldn't let it go, but now I can like set it down and walk away from it. It's kind of weird.
Oh,
It's cursed.
It's cursed, and now you're immune to it.
Yeah, that was how I figured that one out.
That's cool.
Yeah. Also, I can get damaged by force damage now.
Oh, that's good to know. I should not use that on you.
Yeah. But I'm still immune to fire, so that's not stopping anytime soon.
That's great. That is very useful.
No.
That is super useful.
Mm-hmm. So you want like people to come with you when you go in this meeting in 5 days by yourself at night? You ready close?
I mean, to be fair, no one as loud as Warwick. And probably not husband.
Warwick could change it to his other armor.
I would probably.
And then put on the cloak of Elven.
I would probably. It would be really nice actually to have some backup that can stay hidden. To keep an eye on the situation and.
Advantage to their stealth rolls.
Yeah. And then maybe even like be able to, because they will definitely notice if I follow them, but maybe someone else could like, maybe we could ask Sildar for help as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so
Just an idea.
no, that actually sounds very good. I am not used to have a group
Friends.
like this. Yes, friends, a very weird human thing, but I kind of got to like it.
People are accepting of not so. I can use the term monsters now. Monstrous people.
Yeah, I actually want to turn into a human, but
That sounds
it's
like
more it's more important to avenge my mentor. She saved me when I was dying. She did not see me as a monster.
Is that the person you're dressed up as currently, or is that somebody else?
Yes, that is the person I'm dressed up as currently.
Ah.
I thought that, if she got killed by someone, someone should be disturbed by her still walking around alive, but so
I'm gonna
far,
go
no
with
luck.
gonna give you just like my two cover pieces. They're probably the ones that killed her. The people in the red cloaks that sent you a anonymous letter through like backhand channels.
That would be very useful. I would not have to go looking for them anymore.
They just showed up. I was like, "Hey, we killed you. Why are you still alive?"
Yeah, but I kind of doubt that they would meet me in the middle of a city since she got killed somewhere far off where literally no one would have normally discovered her.
Well, if they can confirm you're a Doppler after you're dead, it doesn't much of a.
True, but again, if it was them that killed her, again, I'm very grateful that they will straight out deliver themselves into my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I kill someone with one of my abilities, I can take into me the last 24 hours of their memories and find out more, so...
Really, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's, what I've been doing.
That's what you did in the first tag we met?
Yes.
I was curious about how you transformed into her, but it makes so much more sense now.
Yes. I do also have the option to transform into someone by absorbing their shadow if they die within 30 feet of me, but I rarely use that since I can just transform into people that I've observed closely enough.
Since no one dies within 30 feet of you, usually.
That is the issue as well, yes, but that is the out-of-game issue that I've been having.
I'm sorry, we'll let people die closer to you from now on.
Yeah, if we need to pretend to be someone, it might be useful to just let them die closer to me. Okay, anyway, I think,
I have just, like, one more thing to talk about.
Yes.
We looked further into the tablet.
Mm-hmm.
We need to find a better place to hide it.
Oh. What did you guys find out?
So there's nine names on there. The two sisters, the three shadows, Thrum and Gaul, and then like the one human god.
Hmm.
It was more than 9. It's those plus the 9 human gods, which is
Nope,
just
there's just one for the 9 human gods.
Isn't it like
That's how we figured out that he's
yeah, but you
basically
said
one
9
person.
names. That's what.
Yes, but they're connected to the one name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's
yes, but
in quotes.
I misspoke. Aiden is not on. Aiden is its own separate name.
Oh, okay. I didn't say that, so that's okay.
okay. So okay, but it only has their names. Or
So it's like a history of their names, and generally you find beings' true names in their history. It's where I found Copper's. So, I mean, It's something that I believe that the 3 champions are looking for, but one of them is dead, so now we can call them the 2 champions.
Okay, and I suppose it can't really be destroyed that easily.
No? I mean, we haven't actually tried.
Then we need to find a place where we could put it back, but for now, shouldn't we at least like mask it again? I mean, it was masked before.
It's not currently like on our plane of existence. It's not like really here right now.
Okay.
So it's pretty much masked.
It's not here, but you have it.
Yes. In layman's terms, I have it, but it's not really here.
Here. Okay, I guess we should.
It's like when me or Sildor dismiss Copper and Gift, where they're gone, but they're still like here with us.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the same thing.
So they will. They would probably try to get the tab. They want the tablet so that they can get access to the real name of the beings that might actually be a threat to them.
Or bring their people in.
Or bring their people in.
It's just my thought currently.
So it might be one or the other.
Yeah.
But if Thrum and Gull were also on it, they were against them.
Yeah.
So,
Gull's dead.
yes.
Like he's like gone.
He's gone. That's true. But like, what about like that other dude, that human god dude? Maybe we can actually make him an ally against the shadows.
I maybe.
Ignore it.
We have to find one of his many forms again. It might take us to go all the way back to that city across the ocean, fight through an army that's marching down south.
Well, we have the Wayfarer Stone.
Yeah, we have to go through like a vast portion of wilderness to get to the town, and then out of the town to like the northwest or east is.
Well, we can at least, what we can do is we can definitely keep an eye and ear out for any of those names, and see if we can maybe find a different thingy of his.
You can still pump spells into that tablet to figure out what it does.
I know. I should cast Legend Lore on the poem that we got from the vampire.
Legend Lore on the.
Do you remember that like really long poem that made no sense?
Oh, you mean the love letter? Yes. I've actually just read through that again today.
I have access to a spell that allows me to recall information about an object or person or place or thing.
Yes. That's I've actually, wait a second. Where have I written down? I have written down like the names. It was Adora, Tyrion, Consier, and
I have it pinned in my Discord.
my notes.
Unable to die.
Consier, Sierra, Tyrion, Senjin, and Adora. Those were the Vampire Scrolls we almost died for. And the poem is unable to die, to forget, or to sleep. Yeah, but we still. What did we do with that scroll?
It's in the staff.
It's in the staff. Yeah, that might be a good idea.
I have a bunch of junk in here. I think we need to do some cleaning at some point. I got rid of one thing.
Yeah, okay, well, we have, I have 5 days until my meeting. Can go sell some shit.
Yeah.
Well, we should probably do at least the scroll thing together with the other team, but what about the tablet? Do we still keep it a a secret from them?
Sildar was there with me when we talked. I don't think Revos really cares about it. I don't trust Bjorn after he made a deal with Father, and Warwick's new, so I don't know about him.
Yeah, so for now, let's just talk with Silder to keep an eye out if we can find.
Revos seems more of the here and the now type of person.
Yeah. Well, then let's go with that and have a look out and keep an eye out while we do the other stuff. If we can maybe find another of those spaces of the gods where we can maybe either find that dude and see if he's on our side, or at least save the tablet somewhere safe.
Find the bound of strife and see if
Yes.
he's on our side.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think he's on anybody's side. Maybe we feel like find where the two sisters, or that one lady that showed up when Bjorn was trying to cast magic in the first Breaker Stone that we found.
That was the human guy.
Huh?
I don't know. Kelrick's not religious.
Yeah.
I know purely off of what other people have been saying.
Yeah, Lysander inquired, and we learned it was one of the female human gods, which we recently learned is just the one.
Long ago.
I don't think you guys probably did all the checks anyway. I won't find any new information if I look into it, or?
Oh.
You guys did all the checks anyway. I won't find any more information if I do any checks in my memory about religion and stuff.
About what?
About the tablet and the names on the tablet.
Probably. You could look at the names. We didn't really look at the names. We more looked at what the tablet's purpose was and what it might be used for. We didn't really check religion on names. I think I'm remembering that correctly.
And I just wanna do a history and religion check on my bard knowledge.
You can. You can.
Whoa. Those are like exactly the rolls I expect. Well, the religion one is actually better than I thought.
You don't know much.
Yeah, no new information. That's what I figured. It was worth a try. Okay, so I say let's take a look at the scroll together with the others.
Yeah. I mean, let's go knock on Silver's door because I think he went to bed.
Okay. Knock, knock.
He's
Thanks,
asleep.
Silver's asleep.
Hey, Silda, are you sleeping? I opened the door because I don't really understand human culture.
I laugh.
Sildar is asleep, and Gift is asleep curled up on the spare pillow.
Aw, Gift looks so cute. He's sleeping, I guess,
Oh, well.
we can do all the shit tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's go to bed then. Revas, what are you doing there?
That's not a bedroom.
Just
though.
getting ready for bed, you know.
Is Warwick just gonna sit in the chair?
Gotta rest my blood to be filled with more alcohol tomorrow on this really nice
That way he can
bar with
see
the best beer
anyone.
in town.
Yeah, Warwick's just gonna sit there because that way he can see anyone coming up that might pose a threat in any way.
I like how Agneta's in the bed and Husbjörn is sleeping on the divan. On the carpet.
He's always done that. I don't get it why he's not sitting in the chair or anything, but sure.
Usually he sleeps in the bed with her.
No, he always gives the two queen size bed to her, and then he sleeps wherever else the option is.
Yeah, you
Bryce
guys
is
go
cool.
ahead, get your long rests in.
I think we already. Oh no, wait. Some people use spells.
I use spells, but I don't think of.
I don't think I need to hit the button. I think I'm good. I don't think I did
You
anything.
just hit the button.
I didn't do anything either.
I can just select everybody and hit the button. That usually helps. Boop. See?
See, who's throwing unneeded spell slots? Even Kelrick, apparently.
I used them, but I didn't click on the spell when I used them.
So I got an extra third, fourth level.
So, morning.
Live leg work, Lucy. What's the
When everyone wakes up, I'm already gone.
that bitch?
Would I have seen him leave?
I think so.
Probably.
It's like a 4-hour nap.
I need a 6-hour nap, but
Well, I guess when I go to Sula's room because we want to talk to him, no one's there.
Because you left. The bitch.
Hey, Silder's gone.
I don't know that you want to talk to me. I'm off making bullets.
I know.
so okay. I would have just asked where you went, pretty much.
I'm off making bullets.
Hey, does anyone know
Okay.
where Silder is?
Let me know if you need help. And he goes back into like half sentry mode, sentry
Just
mode.
cast sending until Soldier to come back.
Oh, well, I can't first just ask. Why waste a sending?
Sorry, did you ask?
I will cat sending. Sildor, this is Kelrick. Come back to the inn. We have things to discuss with you. Now.
So he goes, not even a please.
I'm in
Well,
the middle of making bullets, so no.
Well, Silder's not here, so I'm gonna first go downstairs and have some breakfast.
You
will
know where my shop is.
Yeah, we can go there later because I have to drop things off. But breakfast sounds like a good idea.
Yep.
They have some elven toast
Ooh, yummy.
Okay.
served with broccoli and some breakfast wine, which is more watered down for the flavor than it is just for the alcohol.
Warwick looks at the food, shakes his head, and then
Does Copper eat broccoli?
goes off to Silver to see if he can help him.
Copper doesn't technically eat.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you technically eat or not. What he's.
I mean, sure. Copper eat broccoli. Why? Eat Copper broccoli?
I don't like broccoli, so I mean, I like broccoli, but Adriana doesn't really like broccoli all that much, so she feeds it to Copper.
Okay.
I actually love broccoli, but Adriana's not a big fan of broccoli.
It was decent, but it seems like it was a little rushed.
Okay.
I guess Husband is sleeping already.
But I don't think he's doing. Sorry.
So, what is Revels not joining us for breakfast?
Revos is just.
Revo's got.
Where are you guys? Oh, wait, hold on.
Revo's got up in the kitchen.
I just noticed that there was a first floor. I like the map changed, and I'm like, oh, this is a nice inn. It's just all beds and fireplace.
No, it's the second floor at the bottom.
When the map
Okay.
first switched over, I was like, wait, where's the door? And then I saw second floor. I'm like,
Hey. Oh, I guess Silder's coming back.
what? No, that's just marking that I'm gone.
Oh, okay.
It's marking that he's not here right now.
Hmm. Okay, so
Y'all
guess
are having breakfast. Warwick, you eventually do catch up and find
oh, there he
Sildor hard at work at the little smithery, forging some bullets.
Cool. Can I help him?
Or, I mean, Sildor, do you want to get some help?
talk to
I
Silver,
mean-
not to presents.
If Warwick helps, does that mean we make more money for the day? Because that's why I'm doing this.
Sure.
Nice.
You need money,
Warwick
right?
is actually, you look at it, Warwick going, he's basically looking at a robot creating stuff, and he doesn't care about the heat and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's handy. I am simultaneously making money and helping the war effort by cranking out bullets for the Dwarven army.
That is
Innovating some of my own bullets to
that is
violate a convention that
actually.
doesn't exist here.
Can I use my smith's tools to see how good the quality is?
See how well you do.
That's, sorry, with what? Intelligence?
You're just kind of copying him, so it's just wisdom.
Wisdom.
It's unusual how he's been making bullets using because generally the way dwarves do it is they do an individual gun and then they make the individual bullets for that firearm, which is very inefficient compared to what you watch Sildor doing, which is he has molds and he's been making the shells and then crafting the tip of the bullet.
Ooh, can I help him by creating more efficient molds?
Yeah, so you kind of stack on with what he's been doing, and you add just that little bit more flavor, which is a more efficient mold, and even help him out grind out a second set of molds of precise measurements.
Yeah,
And
and
with
I
the two
just
of you going back and forth, kind of doing this, you're able to crank out a little bit faster work. And, having a robot in your thing is much more helpful than, a dwarf who does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and he's skilled with tools, and he doesn't care how hot it is in there, so that's good.
yeah, I just literally grab the stuff out of the furnace with my hands.
Mm-hmm. Well, not like that. It's still hot, and you still have some components in you.
Yeah,
But,
that's well, but
the
not
drip
in my
of metal
hands.
or stuff like that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get you. It's a little bit better, but I let you jump in fires just yet, man.
No. I was just basically just
I get you.
quick grab out, putting it down.
Yeah, as if you have oven mitts on. It's still
Exactly.
hot, but it's
Yeah.
insulating. And about an hour goes past before Mr. Kelrick, Mr. Revos, and Miss Adriana show up. I assume because they were going to meet up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, to sell shit.
I don't have a map for this, so you'll just have
Well,
to use
to be fair.
theater of imagination.
Yeah. Can you show me the city map for a second? I forgot what the big places were.
That invincible gif. Look what they need to mimic a fraction of our power. Oh, did we pay T-Lock?
Yeah.
T-Lock is drowning.
I feel like we would have paid T-Lock.
Yes.
So it was, we got 1,000 gold, and including T-Lock and excluding Adriana, that's 6 people.
Yeah, he took a portion of it was 1,000 plus, but only 1,000 for you guys. He got the portion for his services.
Oh, okay. So that's 1,000 for us. So 1,000 divided by 5. I know this one. I'm too tired.
200.
I don't care. 200.
Yes.
You want money?
Money's nice. It makes the world go round.
After we're done
So everyone,
talking,
everyone except Adriana gets 200.
after we're done talking with Silder, I will probably make my way to the theater.
Oh, so sad that Adriana doesn't get any.
Yeah, I don't really.
You're with Sildor. What are you guys going to do?
Well, I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out like 3 vials and just set them on a table some out of the way and be like, here's that thing that you asked for.
Oh yeah, let me show you what I made. Yeah.
So how much money are we getting so I know how much I need to get rid of?
From the reward we got, you get 200 for.
Okay.
For the bullets, it's gonna take a few days for it to be worthwhile. That's why, like, every day off we have, I'm making.
Just the reward, because I'm just gonna remember the money that takes to make the poison from that.
Yeah, you get 200.
Mm-hmm.
So I did real world research looking into real world bullets that are really banned for specific reasons, and there's the hold on, there's numbers.
G2-REIP.
Yep, the G2-REIP, which is a type of dummy round, which is what a hollow point is a type of dummy round. But instead of it mushrooming on impact, it splinters into like multiple shards on impact. So that's the +1 damage bullet. And then there are dummy rounds in history that have been used to deliver poison, so then that's what the poison bullet's going to be based off of. And then the bleeding bullet is based off of a bullet that is based off of a real-world dagger that is really banned by the Geneva Convention because triangular-shaped wounds don't heal naturally.
Yeah.
So it is a spiral triangular bullet that causes bleed damage.
Yeah.
And these are the 3 bullets that Silder has like developed beyond just cranking out normal basic bitch ones for the doors.
Nice.
That's nice.
And then I can also silver a bullet, because, yes.
We have questions for you real quickly. Can you answer them?
Probably.
Well, there are a bunch of names I want to see if you recognize with your weird knowledge.
Okay.
Um,
Do I just do a general roll and see if I recognize any, or?
Tell you whether or not you need to roll for them, or if you already know them.
Okay.
they're the 4 names from the poem.
Seer,
Seer, Tyron,
Senjin, and Ardora.
So, Concierge, Seijin, and Adora are people. Seer Turin is a place.
That's hopeful.
Unfortunately, Sildor, you could try as you want with. You could make a few rolls if you want to see.
So what am I rolling?
It'll be Arcana if they're
So-
about bound.
Would Warwick also be able to?
So Seer Turin is a place.
Yes.
So, oh my god, okay, that is...
Seer Turin's a place.
Presence?
Yeah, so he burned Seer Turin, but why was that a mercy to the people of that wretched land?
Press.
Yes.
Can Warwick roll as well since he's there?
He will not get anything.
Aw.
It
I rolled the
is,
same thing!
It's rolling off of my weird eldritch knowledge.
Sildor,
Oh, okay.
those names have to deal with the end of third Eon, but you don't know too much about who Concierge was, Sigyn, or Adora. Though Seer Turin was phone call. Hold on.
Was a phone call, Seer
Seer
Turin.
Turin's a phone call?
It's a phone call.
I was asking about your carriage's extended warranty.
Yes, yes. Hi, would you like to talk about your carriage's extended warranty? No! Shut up! Seer Turin was the Alabaster City, marked with a predominantly white spire.
Slytherin was a city with a big spire that I'm gonna guess probably used to be a vault.
Make one more roll for Sinjin.
Wait, so history check won't do anything with these names either?
No, it was a different era. You know about the fourth era. This is third.
Cursed by thy name.
That just means that he's like the first person to be called that.
Sinjin called himself the Young God, a mortal god at the end of the third era, the era of architects, those who forged magic into a more palatable physical form than its raw chaotic nature of the second era. He was probably one of the best and greatest of the architects.
So Senjin is now the mortal god, and he cursed Consier, and he's missing Erdora.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Does that mean that?
Are you guys showing him the scroll at all, or no?
Not here. I would love to, but we'll do that later in a secure room somewhere else.
I'm just sorry. I'm just thinking out loud right now.
With less fire.
You're kind of in a workroom, but it's like a private work area.
That's not what I'm worried about, presents.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just thinking out loud to myself.
It's the everything but actual people looking through the window at us is what I'm worried about.
Wait, those in blacksmith?
What'd you say, Thal?
I'm wondering. No, there would be windows. Never mind. I was just thinking, would there even be windows in a blacksmith? But yeah, probably.
Yeah, for the heat.
Yeah.
But they'd all be like upper roof windows, I'd think, right? Like top.
Definitely.
Some heat, but you guys see those little metal plates on the wall that absorb heat and radiate cold.
Shit. I now really wish I would have.
They have
Yeah,
their
I
own
want to wait.
dispersers, or heat traps, as they call them.
Nice.
That is cool.
Haha. Chill out there, man, with the puns.
So does that mean that they live always in the shadow and shame? So did he literally cause him to be one of the shadows?
I don't know, but that might be something to take a look at.
Yeah.
I suppose we should let you get back to making bullets.
Yes, let's show him what we have once we reconvene. At the end, later in the evening.
I'm not gonna go too much day by day. So if you guys just want to reconvene somewhere privately,
Yeah,
unless
later.
someone
But
wants to do something else.
I want to check out the theater because first of all, I want to see if I can, or also earn some money by maybe joining in some shows or whatnot. After all, I am a very amazing, awesome bard, and I also have this lute that plays two sounds at the same time. So maybe I can have some performances. And I did promise the wildlings that I would spread that epic that I wrote, which actually really turned out to be an epic.
Shouldn't they be here like a week ago?
No, they're like they're on their way. It takes a while to walk,
Yeah.
and they're picking up people. It's like a nomad trend.
But I wrote a masterpiece, so, I have to share it with my fellow bards and stuff so they can learn it, so that the masterpiece of our adventure in Kellemoran can, go down. So I will do that. I will head to the theater and I don't know, should I roll some performance to see if I have any success?
So you walk up to the theater. Who else? Anyone else joining? Or just Adriana?
Just Adriana.
Busy making bullets.
Okay.
Warwick is not there.
Yeah.
The exterior houses draperies of the plays performed, and of which days they're performed on. There's a large wooden doorway to the penny seats and 2 stone doorways to the proper seating. The stage is a cut stone, polished sides, and alabaster that sees many uses and can be retrofitted with cloth to mask any scenery. Outside, there are performers acting small parts of the play to gather the audiences for the shows later, even shows during. So they'll, like, come see our show. The day is sparse with small, light performances, comedies, and fun shows for smaller, younger folk, and dramas are performed at night, often by song and dance. As you kind of make your way through, a man who's
Well, I would directly be looking for the I was looking actually up what it's called. It's the intendant, which is the artistic director, well, the director of the theater, basically.
Yep.
That's who I will be looking for.
Coat and loose pants, complete with a feathered hat, with his hair is red and curly, and drapes around his tattooed face. He kind of immediately greets you, saying you're the loot, and he does this sweeping bow, pulling off the hat and giving it an upwards flick, which is a very, very proper and very performed. He goes, good day, lass. What can Mr. Gorham do for you?
Good day, Mr. Gorham. I am a traveling bard from the Bardic College of Susurrus, and I am here to partake. I am here to partake and take in this glorious theater in this city.
Excellent. What parts can you play? What plays do you know?
What? Sorry, can you repeat that?
What parts do you play? What plays do you know?
What? That's what he. Okay. Well, I of course as Jesus Christ, my English. Whenever it's theater, I switch to German in my head. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Nein. Moment. One second. I really need to switch languages.
So in Deutsch sein?
Nein, das muss nicht. Ich kann nicht. Nein, tu mich nicht mehr durcheinander bringen. Sei leise. Jesus Christ. That really made it worse. I really can't talk German. I can't talk.
I thought you needed to be in German, right?
Oh. This is what I hate about being multilingual. Like, sometimes it just screws you up so much if you're used to one language in a certain area.
What are you trying to say?
She's thinking of actual plays that she can perform.
Well, no, I was not thinking of actual plays because I don't know the actual plays in that thingy. So I was saying of as being I finished the school of sorcerers, like I'm an actual, like, I'm basically. Well, I don't graduate is not quite the word, but basically, I was.
Just say
I'm part of
in German, and then he can tell us what you mean.
Yeah, try it.
Als Absolvent und Mitglied von College of Sorcerers bin ich natürlich in allen grundlegenden Werken can you even do that?
As I would say,
it's a member of the College of Sorcerers. As a member and absolvent of the College of Sorcerers, of course, I am not adequate. I am thingied in all basic.
You were trained in many parts and plays. I could see that.
Yeah. And I am also I also write my own epics, which I would of course be willing to share also with my fellow bards.
You're going for your chimes. You want to be a prestigious bard in this area, don't you? One of our theatrical performers, the best of the best. Is that not right?
Indeed.
Well, I could say you must pay for such a privilege to play here. But once you do, we'll gladly take you on like any family. Instead of just a play performance for minor coins, you could be something greater.
Well, but like I told you, I am a traveling bard. I need to travel for inspiration. I am not going to be staying here long, so as much as I appreciate it, I'm not looking for a family.
Our talents will be good throughout most of the Dwarven empires. We train the best here. We are the best here.
Yes,
You
I'm.
wear our talents, and any of the Dwarven empires would be glad to have you. Heck,
I
I would
am.
even say royalty would hire you.
I already
And
have been
even-
hired.
That's a perfect
she's
Jeff
talking
Hades.
now.
No, it's fine. Like, indubitably. As much as I appreciate that, sir, I am already a fully trained bard, and I have already been hired and performed for royalty, and I do only wish to widen my horizon and meet people of our fellow mind and mindset that appreciate the finer arts. So how about I should give you a taste of my talents?
You
And
struck a hard bargain, but alas, I accept. He kind of gives you a smile, as if he would have accepted no matter what.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna go up to, like, everybody's doing their own thing, but I'm gonna go up to, like, an empty, because there was not, like, if you remembered, you said that one thingy was empty? When you described the theater, you said that the
theater itself has plays, but there are people performing outside of it.
Yes, exactly. So I'm gonna, like, go to an empty spot, and I'm gonna take out my really gaudy loot.
As soon as you do, he puts his two pinkies into his mouth and gives a nice ear-piercing whistle, which stops many performers. And he kind of goes, gather round. This is one of the Northern College bards. They wish to sing us a song and play us something unique. Come and take a listen. This will be the only chance you get for such a thing, at least until she allows us to play it for everyone else. He kind of nods and gives you an open stage and kind of politely bows and steps away.
I am going to wait a second. I quickly need to read through Phantasmal Force to see if I can do with it what I want to do. No, because that only works on one person. So then I'm gonna only use prestidigitation to up my performance a little bit every now and then. And I will perform the epic about the wildlings with my double tone lute.
18 is really good.
It's actually really bad. It's only a 10.
I know, but it's still really good.
Most of the audience, as soon as you start plucking at the lute, playing this second melody on it, they kind of grow quiet. At first, it was like a little clamor. People were kind of like getting excited, but the second you start your soft drumming of the instrument and the notes starting to be almost plucked into the air, people kind of quieted. The sounds around the city kind of seem distant as you strum out and begin the epic of the wildlings, describing their struggle and what you know of them. As people listen intently, gasping at the right parts, kind of cheering at other parts quietly. You can see the looks in their faces as each part plays out the way you want it played. And you can watch as Goran stands there. He's listening with such intensity. You can see him actually plucking out, or not plucking, but like memorizing every chord, every lyric, and every rhyme in the song itself. And he's
Yes.
kind of nodding along, like almost trying to learn it as best he can.
Yes. Perfect.
And at the end of it, as the last notes fade away, people are almost waiting as if the song will go on before they give a rounds of applause and give sharp whistles. And go on, kind of, you see him suddenly intermix with the people, starting to talk to them as he leaves you standing there. And the other performers are kind of like giving him little whispers here and there before a couple minutes before he comes back up and says, "Right. How much for us to be able to perform that? The people love it, and they would like to hear it in its entirety. I am a playwright, and I would love to take your song and make it more."
Wow, seriously? I mean, that goes actually above what I expected. I say, I have not given the rights of this song to anyone, so you would be the first in the entirety of not only the Dwarven Kingdom to perform this.
I say, give us the exceptional right, and we shall give you the royalties there within. 10% sounds good to me. Of course,
Let's make it
I'd buy it for
12 and-
$2.50.
Hmm?
I'd buy it for $12.50 and a 10% royalty since then.
Wait,
Yes.
50 or 250?
He said
$2.50. I misspoke.
I was gonna say 1250 is
250.
go.
250. Yeah, but make
It's
it
1250.
make it 12%, and you've got yourself a deal. I like
Taps
wink
his
at
chin,
him.
and you can see him go, almost calculating the numbers in his own head. And he goes, "You have me in a strange hold, but I accept." It gives you a firm, hard handshake before,
Yeah.
talking with you about a couple of parts that he still needs to memorize.
Yes.
Meanwhile, she is doing all this. What is everyone else up to? Warwick and Nex are busy
How much did I get?
foraging.
50.
Bjorn is catching up on his sleep.
What?
Revos.
You got
Anything you want to do, or are you up and doing religion practice?
Plus 12.
I didn't hear any of that presence, but Revos is just gonna go to one of the many bridges and try his luck fishing from several spots.
Survival.
I'm sorry, I didn't. That was all garbled.
Survival.
I'm gonna let you go fish.
All right. Survival.
250. Damn.
Fish just aren't biting today, especially since people always come up to talk at length with you, since you are Rexivos to many. And
Damn
people just
fame
keep
and notoriety.
Yeah, they keep coming up, interrupting you, people asking you questions, kids coming up and really asking all the questions, like, "Are you really from the mountains? Like, I heard that they're all a bunch of barbarians out there." And then, like, you having to sigh and shoo them away, or others would take them away eventually, but just being bothered over and over again, it's hard to pay
they're
attention.
not wrong. It is kind of mostly barbarians.
I know, but just the constant questions.
Yeah.
And you just don't get a real relaxing day of fishing like you wanted to.
Ding dang.
Ding dang done. He was beyond you sleeping still. He's muted, isn't he?
I think he's
probably
definitely. I
asleep.
think he's
Probably
actually
just
asleep.
actually asleep.
I think he's actually asleep. Yes.
Yes.
How many days do Warwick and I get to work, and how much do we make together?
Say the 5 days pass, because I don't think there's too much else. I mean, you guys reconvene later at night, and Keller can talk to you about the scroll and stuff.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming like standard 8-hour workday type deal.
Standard 8 hours. You make about 4 to 5 gold a day, working out on everything after processing materials and stuff like that. It's not the greatest because each material cost. I don't want to I don't want to make adventuring life seem worthless.
Yeah. I will, like, in the upcoming days, I will just also sometimes go to the theater and...
But you are gaining more notoriety. I will say, give me a roll with your smithing tools. Using,
Ooh, notoriety.
Oh, can I do that as well?
Either one of you can roll.
I think I should do it because I have expertise on tools.
That's true.
Yeah, next will aid you. So go ahead and roll another.
Intelligence this time?
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, that's super low. That's a 5. Still 18.
Plus
Give me
0.
a second.
Almost a 20. It's so low.
I literally have a plus 13 on that, so.
For the week of work you guys did, you made 121 gold.
Nice.
Yeah,
Throw it in the party fund.
We make how much?
121.
Alright. Well, I mean,
Will you add it?
I was getting money for myself because now the bullets that I gotta make for myself are gonna cost money.
Yeah, that's money.
You can make yourself the bullets at half price.
Alright, let me math what I was gonna do here.
I also earned some money, so if you need funds...
3 of the poisoned, because that's what Zerthis gave me enough for. Which was... Where'd you put it? I don't know where you put it.
Is anyone in the party that often goes to or gets hit wear any non-magical armor at this point?
Next, are you making him apply poison or apply poison damage?
Making him to apply Zerthis' poison.
That'll just be, I would say it's the cost of regular ammunition. It's just a special type of ammunition you can make.
Okay.
If you want to imply like an actual effect, like just straight out poison damage, it costs 70.
Well, yeah, it's
It
Zerthis'
costs 50.
poison specifically made to fuck over an orc.
Yeah, it's main toxin specifically orcs. So
Oh, no, sorry.
You can make 10 bullets that just do full poison damage if you want to do that. And that'll be 50 gold for 10 bullets.
Hold on, what?
But you guys will. That'll give you need next. When you'll eventually make yourselves come back to, what's it called? The Wild Bear.
Hold on, there's... We made how much? And I spent how much?
Presents
You made
before.
121.
I would also still have attended some classes. Does that mean the amount is lower?
So your help at the workshop boosted him.
Okay. Did I gain anything from the classes or no? Other than just general knowledge?
Just general knowledge for right now. I'll say that you can re-roll once any die that has to do with you took it on the trains and locomotives.
Yeah, The mostly the train stuff because that had to do with the electromagnetic stuff and all that shit.
Anything that has to deal with those locomotives, you can reroll once per day.
Okay. And at the same time, I would also like to use some of the time, especially since I need less rest than others, just to work away at the gems, and I'll create 2 of the +1 gems.
It's a busy work week for you, man.
Yeah, I know. 2 actually, because the last time I created the spear. Sorry.
So what? I'm running on 2 hours
So-
of sleep. How much is what? I make the poison bullets, right? It's like 10 of those, and it's how much?
And for, I think they're just go silver a pop, don't they? Ammunition?
I think.
I don't
So-
remember the prices. Hold on.
Who
Nice.
would get more into the fray? Would that be Adriana or would that be Sildar? Because I'm going to give one of the gems to Sildar for his weapon. So it becomes a magical +1 weapon.
I mean, if you're
The
giving,
gun.
if you're giving me something, then you should give her something, just to be fair, right?
True. But if you're going to be mostly in the thick of it and she'll be constantly at range, then it makes more sense to give you an extra AC.
Okay, hold on. Let's just finish up Max first. Max,
Yeah,
you
sorry.
got 10 silver for the poison ammunition. The +1 bullets go for 25 a pop. How much?
Yeah, 25. I was thinking of just making 4.
They're also at half. So if you make 8 for 100,
Okay. And
so that's
then-
100 gold.
And
So
then
you're
some
at
bleeders.
110. And bleeders are 70 gold a pop, so 35 each.
Okay, so I'll make 4 bleeders.
So that is 140. So that is altogether you spent 241 gold.
Okay, 241 gold, and I got 10 poison, 8 +1s, and 4 bleeders.
Yes.
Okay.
Any normal bullets?
I already have like 30 normal bullets.
Okay. Just making sure you have enough.
I feel like Adriana tends to be up front and center more often. I feel like she stabs things more than I do.
Yeah, I try to always not get hit, but I somehow always end up in the thick of it, and then I always end up almost dying.
So 1 goes to your armor. Is it currently the best armor?
Reason why I went into being able to shoot people with my hand crossbow at 5 feet.
What armor do you currently have?
I currently have mastery armor. Mastery studded leather. Masterwork studded leather armor.
Is that the best armor you could get in your... Oh wait, it's already masterwork. Can masterwork be +1?
+1.
Ah, okay.
So you could give her a +1, it turns to a +1, and it loses its masterwork. But it means she gets a +1 to her AC.
What does the masterwork do it?
It takes -1 on being hit by piercing, bludgeoning, and things. -1 damage.
Okay. Oh, it's 1 damage, okay.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, just turn it into +1 studded leather armor. Wait, is studded leather the best you can get?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless she wants to risk stealth.
No.
Gotcha.
Nice.
And then the gun also becomes a +1 weapon.
I gotta figure out how to do that, because Roll20 is being a little bitch, but I'll get it figured out eventually. Roll20, for whatever reason, doesn't allow me to change the modifier to hit for a custom weapon,
That's weird.
but I can change
Are you
damage
in
of a
Roll20?
custom weapon. What? I'm sorry, D&D Beyond.
Oh, I was gonna say, because Roll20 is super easy.
Yeah, D&D Beyond, I can make whatever custom weapon I want, but I can't change the hit modifier on it.
Yes, you can. If you want to do it manually, if you just go to attacks, you click on the weapon, click customize, and click. You can add to hit override, to hit bonus, damage bonus, and you can just go from there.
What are you talking about?
Here, look at my screen. So, if the weapon's already made, you can just quick fix right here.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about a custom weapon.
Yeah, this is a custom weapon.
That's not what the custom weapon menu looks like.
Are you like
Jeez.
from scratch?
It's a bit better. Did I earn a little bit more money by doing some random performances over the next few days?
250 gold now.
That was from selling my epic. But I'm also gonna, of course, do some stuff in the days that we're passing.
Performance.
How many days are we doing stuff? Because I could brew some potions, I guess.
I'll 5 days in total for me. That's when my rendezvous is.
You make about 5 gold. Doing performances out in the open, not many people pay.
Oh, that's totally fine. It's just, do I get to, I'm still looking forward to that 12% at one point. So 5 gold is something.
Next, what is the fixed value at top?
That is
14.
the damage only.
Okay.
Yeah, like if I change that to 2 and click off, it's now a 4, but that's still a 6.
What are we looking at?
We're looking at the stream.
This is what I have to edit a custom weapon with.
Can you scroll a little bit up? Okay.
Yeah, there's no to hit.
Hit the arrow for me to close this menu. I just want to look at something.
The what?
The edit.
The edit arrow. Close the menu.
It's edit, so the top right there's that little arrow next to edit.
I didn't take a hunting rifle that already existed because there isn't one. I made a hunting rifle. And it's something I pointed out, and other people have pointed out to D&D Beyond, is that you can change all this stuff and do all this doohickey, but I can't change it to hit.
You can't change the
The to hit.
The to hit. I can change the damage. I can't change the to hit.
6.
What is fixed value then?
That's just the damage,
It's just damage.
not the to hit.
See, look, ready? I'm gonna bump up 6 fixed value, right? And now that's
Oh
changed.
yeah, you're right.
What should it be?
This is what it is before Warwick does anything.
And then it becomes 7.
And so, like, that'll be that, but then that should be a 7. And it's not. And
Well, you just list it in the weapon name as a +1, and we'll just try to remember it. Remember it when you roll it, and just tell me it's the +1, and we'll just have to force it on our end. So you just tell me that's +1. So if I say, "Oh, an 18 doesn't it," you go, "No, it's 19." I go, "Right, 19 does it." Never mind.
Now it's the hunting rifle add +1.
Yep. That's the best we can do. But you guys do reconvene to go over said scroll?
Yeah, we're going to meet in a room, probably mine, and I'm going to have a Mordenkainen's private sanctum up.
Cool.
Who's attending?
Yeah, who's all coming into this room? Because as soon as this door closed, none of us are... You're not allowed in.
I'll join.
Yeah, 1.
What are you guys doing?
Secret behind the wall stuff. You want to come?
Slumber party.
Secret behind the wall
I'll be
stuff.
there. I have nothing else to do. I'm just here listening, but really.
Sucks that you're so tired, but
Like subtlety's not really my thing. Enjoy your secret club.
Agneta
Bye.
really likes tea. Fill it, please.
I'm just already gonna post the poem.
Yeah. So, long time ago, we fought some really old vampire.
Long, long time ago, I
Yes,
can
my
still remember.
My sister didn't want to give up a love letter. It's even hers. And so, we found some interesting things about it.
Yes. I mean, Lysander's not with us anymore.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's.
And that just sucks.
What are you? Oh. Sorry, I got distracted by Rob typing next to me.
I'm not typing anything to you.
Next to
I'm
me.
not next to you.
You're typing next to me. Or we're gonna say, do you like what we're taking that out and showing the thingy to Silder, but do you also want to use that lore spell on it?
Yeah, legend lore. Magic time. What do you want me to look at? What should I be looking at exactly? I have to pick something.
Well, what we got from Silder is Seer Terran is a place, right?
Yep.
What did he say? He knew something about Senjin. He was a human god?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that Senjin is the human god that, you know, also like the architect from the Wafer Stones, and maybe he's that dude that's the actual one god behind the 9 or 8 names.
So, you want me to look at Sinjin? Him?
I think yes.
Okay.
Because if you look at our hero of songs and stories untold now wanders these roads alone in the cold. He dreams of the hands that held his heart, of a daughter who loved him to death did them part. It sounds like that's talking about Senjin, right?
Yeah, probably. I assume so.
Yeah.
Alright. I will cast legend lore on Senjin.
okay. Can you just post it once more in chat? I just have to read. Once it gets like 5th level spells, I am.
Everything gets
The
complicated.
spell.
Yeah, don't worry. Everything gets complicated at 5th level. I picked some of the easier spells to mess around with.
Oh, why is yours so much nicer than mine?
I haven't been casting Dream yet, so we're okay.
Did you know? And you get this because of how the ancient Elven script is written. Senjin was actually an elf. He was a mortal god, and ancient Elven script can be read one way and the other.
Wait, do I speak Ancient Elven?
So
I
like
speak High Elven.
like forward and backwards?
Yep.
That's not weird. So his name could just be his name could be backwards, and it could be.
No, the way you guys read it to begin with is it's a flowing line that writes everything. Did you know you could start at the end of the line and go backwards?
Part them did death till.
So, quick question.
No, not. It's a different meaning entirely when you read it backwards.
Quick question.
Go ahead.
Is Ancient Elven, is that High Elven?
3rd era.
So,
High
wait,
Elven
High Elven
still
exists
relatively
in
new.
this. Okay.
Of a daughter who loved him till death did them part. He dreams of the hands that.
No.
What?
So, you know when I first described it, it was you guys flowing with the technique, and you read a poem.
Oh.
If you start at the end,
Oh yeah, let's
read
do
an
that.
entirely different story.
Yes. Yes, yes. I want to follow the swirling gold ink the other way around.
Yeah, let's do that. Why not?
So the scroll, being its own artwork, not just writing, the swirling gold ink would have been expensive to make a mistake, but as you guys read backwards, flowing between ideas, words, and letters, you read an entirely different way. The year was 1964 of the Third Era. Here sat Sinjin, a recent injury of his sight as he gazed at the paper and held the brush a moment longer than intended, as if recalling the entire story moment by moment. He was a young god. Yes, he was a god, at least a mortal one. Emperor was a better word for it, but it was not the one he used. He sat overlooking his city, as his general fought against the darkness. He had brought hope and love to his people alongside the namesmith Adora. Together they fought as the incursion and helped to protect their people. That was until the Black of Tyrann. The general had gone to meet the incursion, but when the Black of Tyrann was unleashed, he fell. 3 days with no aid on his side, he claimed victory at the cost of his own life. The armies wept, and the world grew dark as as he was placed before the gates of death. Death. That was until Adora spoke his name and brought him back from the gates of oblivion. As years flowed and rumors spread, Adora too crossed the doors of death. With the war of creation coming towards the end, the young general went to find her. The gates that once opened for him now stayed shut, and he was condemned to madness. That is when he sought my aid and arrived at my palace. Shocked to see him after so many decades, I wanted only to help him. And help I did. I watched my own city burned at my hand by his words. He became a namesmith and used the power against me. Enraged by his betrayal, I felt the names course through me and spoke them aloud. I changed his name and his body to one and condemned the once valiant hero to a life of torment before casting him out of the halls I now sit. A city burned to ruin as he stalks the land, and I will find the strength to rebuild.
Damn.
Interesting.
Did the same thing occur that occurred the last time, where like I began like to understand the author, and where like
You guys were literally sitting where he was,
yeah,
reading his
okay,
thoughts
yeah,
as he
yeah,
thought them.
yeah. That's what I wanted to know. Will you send the whole thing again so that I? But damn. Okay. Shit. That explains a lot.
Uh-huh. So we have two things. We have this. I'm copying this and I'm posting it in Discord. Don't mind me.
Yes, please.
Let's do that.
Alright, presence got it. We have two things. A, we have this, and B, we have the tablet
Yes.
Warlick
Yes.
doesn't know about.
Yes. Yes.
That was Husburn. Oh no, Husburn.
Eastburn has been here since the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just.
Sorry guys, I'm really tired today.
That's
I just
totally
meet you
fine.
really tired.
Or
I'm
is that where-
precious.
Fuck you.
Ah.
I'm just here listening.
So he used his name to Algush. Yeah, that those two are definitely connected.
Very interesting.
Doesn't that mean we know the name of a god?
Yes?
You want to try something, Siltor?
I want to try something, but I feel like it's a bad idea.
Same.
Are you thinking what
Are
I'm
you just
thinking,
gonna say?
Pinky?
We inject 5th level magic in a tablet and try saying it, channeling its name and seeing what happens for that.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
That feels like a bad idea. I feel like that causes like divine retribution or whatever it is.
I don't know.
I
know if
don't
it's a
want to
bad
become
idea.
a namesmith.
I kind of am already, but like I don't want to step further upon this dark and narrow road. Let's
know-
not do it now. In the
I
middle
know
of
Eldritch stuff. Do I know if it's a bad idea?
Yes. I
Presence?
don't think you'd ask the GM this.
Sildor, do you want to do something?
I want to know. I want to look into the knowledge that I have. Do I have an idea of what might happen?
You can bind it, and you can create a magic circle to put it in.
Nope.
Shit, I can.
You have to put the magic circle and then the binding.
Yeah.
Hold
Like, what does that mean in practice? Like, what can we do? Can we just have a bound creature as our?
Can we summon a god, basically?
on. Can we
I mean,
banish it?
didn't we already do that at the fucking Waystones where we?
No.
That was you, not us.
Can we banish it the same way we did the vampire?
What do you want to banish?
If we bind it, it's like ours.
The item.
No, the item's not that. It's a scroll with words on it. That's hard to read.
Yeah, and basically only me and Thingy succeeded in it back then.
And they were both the item, the scroll and the tablet were made on this plane, so you can't banish it. They were made here.
Okay.
Oh.
No, Presence is saying that I have the power to, now that I know the name, to summon it and bind it, and it's our servant.
And I'm saying we
what
should
I'm
not do
asking is that a good idea?
No,
As the DM, will not answer that question.
I as
I mean, it worked out great for
we're-
Usek, didn't it?
We're in the middle of a crowded town currently. You bringing down some extremely powerful being is not going to end well. Also,
technically, we're in.
I'm still confused. Like, which one do you want to go for, Senjin, or do you want to go for Concer? Because Concer is the one that he condemned for his betrayal. He's the one that he. What's the word? What was it?
That's the one that's the god. Like, only one of them
Yeah.
is the god. One of them is the god, and one of them is the dude who made the god into, or did whatever he did to the god. At this moment, I'm pretty much talking to the party here. Pretty sure I can bind what the human god is into our service.
and do what with it?
Yeah, what's the point though?
We'd have a god to help us fight the shit that we're dealing with.
But
At what cost? You get it for a year, and then once that year's over,
You get it for another year and another year.
Just do it again and again and again.
Is there a downside to this? Like, I don't think we know everything. I think it's risky.
That's what I'm at. Like, I should know everything, right? What else do I need to know?
There has to be a cost to it. Like, just completely... And nothing is free. There's no such thing as just free value.
yeah, there's always a cost.
Yeah, like, what is the cost in this? This seems like a very shady deal.
This is the cost. This is the cost of being a bound creature in a mortal's world. The cost is on, like, it's his cost.
Also, do we know his true name, or do we just know a name?
This thing you just read told us his name that he had before when he was still immortal, which would be his true name.
That's not necessarily what true names are, but okay.
True name is the original name. It's its name.
Name that it came into this world with, or it came into existence with.
Exactly. So we know its true name. We have the ability to bind it into our service and have a literal god in our service. And when the year is up, we know the name, so just do it again. Or make a deal with it in exchange for not doing it again, that it doesn't get all pissed off at us and leaves us alone.
I don't know, I feel like there's a cost we're missing here. I think we don't have all the information.
I feel like I understood it completely differently than you guys.
So how did you understand it?
Well, which one are you guys thinking right now that is the god?
Sinjin?
Yes. And Consir used his name. And then used and betrayed him and made him destroy his own city. Why would a god have a city?
Because he was
Okay.
immortal.
Yeah, he was mortal.
The story was like the hero died, but then someone brought the hero back.
Yes, Ardora. He went crazy because Ardora died.
And
then
he can't die, and he can't die because he's a god now.
And then yes, and ranged by his betrayal, I felt the names curse through me and spoke them aloud. I'm like, which names? A tidal wave of power changed his name and body to one. So I feel change his names and body to one. Isn't that literally the human god that changed, like the 8 names are bound to the one name? Isn't that Consir?
The 8 names are a recent invention.
Man, this is too confusing.
The eight names are on the frickin' stone tablet.
The 8 names are worthless. The only name that matters is the original name.
Yes, but but I'm saying that the 8 names are bound to one, so I feel like, wouldn't that, like, be more Consir? Like, isn't that the 8 names that Calric felt that they are connected to that one name?
Yeah, those 8 names are useless. They're worthless. They mean nothing.
Yes.
The only name that matters is the original name.
But that's what I mean. A tidal wave of power changed his name and body to one. Does I condemn the...
His name and body are one. His name, if you have his name, you control him. And his original name is the name of that hero who fell, which was whatever the hell we were talking about. I'm too tired for this shit right now. What matters is the moral dilemma. We have the ability to bind a god. Do you have questions about the process of it? Ask me, and if I don't already know it, then Presence will make me do a roll.
Yeah, how are you going to bring him into being?
Magic circle to contain it, and then
That's
the other
not-
spell to summon it, and
Planar-
speaking its name.
What spell to summon it?
Hold on, I have it.
In which you can cast at 9th.
Planar Binding is not a summoning spell. It's a spell used to bind things that are summoned to you.
Well, we use what was it? You put pump spell in the tablet, say name, dude here.
We don't.
Do we have to bind him? I mean, can't we just, like, somehow contact him and just be like, hey dude, we want to help you?
How are you gonna help a god? And
Well, he clearly needs to find the strength to rebuild, so...
that's the other guy.
No? He stalks the lands now, is talking about Consir, the trader, and I will find the strength to rebuild.
What?
I'm even unsure what the fuck you guys are talking about now. I got lost in...
And lost. I'm like, cool, we're doing more bind shit. When do we stab it?
I'll just let the smart people handle this. I'm too tired to give a shit.
the more we talk, the more confusing the things get. The end point here is, do we bind a god into our service or not?
I say no.
Someone asks you if you want to bind God into your service, you say yes.
I would say no, because Gunther didn't end very well after doing that.
What?
Warwick will actually also say no.
I think it's one, we don't know the actual cost of it. There has to be a cost. There's no just free value.
The cost is on. The whole point
No,
is that he is cursed. This is his cursed. That random ass people who know his name can bind him into their service.
Yes, I agree on that part, but I think just out
The
of
cost to us is that he probably isn't going to be happy that he's been bound into our service.
But if we like bind him to our service and then like demand that he like pet puppies and kittens and generally be happy, I think he'll be pretty happy with that.
Well, wait, but the question
or go
is
fishing or hunting.
is he still mad? Or maybe we can just find a way to like...
If you have some sort of magic that lets you communicate with a deity-like figure, you could probably point it in his direction and ask him questions, but...
I mean, I
changed my mind. I'm actually for binding him now.
I mean, not for nothing, but I have been sitting on top of this commune for a long time. Maybe we can ask another deity-like being for advice on this matter.
Can I ask a question? What is this guy like the god of in human religion?
Like all of the human god stuff.
Oh yeah, because they're all the same thing.
Yeah.
What kind of powers does he have though?
Is Ravos' commune attached to a version of a human god? Which type of god was Ravos attached to?
Isn't it the trickster or something like that?
Well, yeah, but is it the humans trickster? Or is it the dwarves trickster? Or the elves
Yeah, there was a dwarf
or...
trickster. I don't think there's a...
There isn't a dwarven trickster.
There's no dwarven gods.
Yeah, so is Ravos' one used to a god communication to the human god, which is the guy we're talking about, or to an elven god?
Should I leave to the Mr. DM?
That sounds like it would be a religion roll.
Oh, snap.
I'll do a religion.
So, Ravos, why don't you give me a religion roll?
Ah.
+0, go!
Famously the greatest religious expert in all the land.
I mean, technically, I am the most religious person in the party, considering I'm a paladin. But
Wait a sec. Can I? You rolled before I was able to give you help.
well, he asked me for a roll, so I gave him a roll. You can say you're helping me. I mean, if he allows it.
It hasn't been predicted yet, so
Oh, so can I still give him bardic inspiration?
sure.
Okay.
Is this a ability check?
It is an ability check.
I will give him Flash of Genius.
Ta-da.
We're making Rebel smart. Damn.
I mean, that's basically what I did for Presence's character in my campaign.
He just threw out a headband of intellect. I'm like, ooh, shiny.
It's like it's like the character he plays is basically like a grunt pirate that went off onto land to find the people who like murdered half his fellow crewmates, and then ends up befriending them. And then like once like they fight somebody, they're like, ooh, shiny headband. I now know the complex intricacies of every single thing there is to know about nautical sailing.
Miniature
For a
professional
time,
spell.
I was using big words, and then I got tired as Presence got tired of saying big words.
Anyway, Flash of Genius gives you a +5. And what does Bardic Inspiration do again?
I think it just gives me advantage, doesn't it? Or
It's like
Oh, it gives you
Nice.
No.
D8.
That was just Bardic Inspiration again?
What? Sorry, I completely just went away. Bardic inspiration gives
A D8.
oh, it's E8. Okay. Do I roll that or does Adriana roll that?
I gave you bardic inspiration.
All right. 1d8.
Roll that 8. Make it a 25.
Hey!
Oh, it's a 24
I'll take
now.
that.
So my piece
Nice.
is I'm doing a thing, so I have to wait for it to load up fully. What's the total roll?
24.
24. So there
Putting
are
Prez on the
certain
spot to come up with lore.
there are certain gods that are not bound to like a specific type. You guys probably have seen it in the last campaign. There were several bound that they weren't human. They just get worshipped. Same with like Noctra. It's not really a human god, but it's worshipped by humans. The
Right.
trickster is just a simple domain, and there is not a name for the god. People don't know its name. They just associate it with tricks and luck and fortune. It's just
It's general concept deity as opposed to like
they
an
consider it
avatar of something.
trickster with luck and fortune, the luck and unluck. It's not something a single god they think can overwhelm it. Same with fates.
ROA mischief meets Elantri.
It is same with fates. You've heard fates being thrown around. This is just the same thing as fates.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're welcome to commune with it.
What do you guys think? Get a deity's perspective on this?
I actually changed my mind. I'm all for binding him.
I mean, we
I
don't know
think,
if this deity will tell us the truth or what we want to hear, but it's probably the best shot we got if you're.
I mean, you
you
can commune if you want, but
The only reason I would want to do it is because I think a god-esque power level being is probably something that could fix Agneta. Right?
I was about to say.
I'm just like, if we can't store the tablet somewhere safe, it's better for it to be bound to us than fall into the hands of the shadow.
I also don't think it's very like.
Guys, I got this weird idea that if we're worried about this thing's power, we can just shatter it into a million pieces and spread it all over the earth. I'm just saying.
That is a strange idea. I don't know where that's coming from, but I like it.
Yeah, we've never seen that before. That's a new concept.
So is that a yes?
Commune?
I think that's a yes, but I also
I'm
think
leaving
it's
it
a
to the
bad
party
idea out of game.
because I'm more or less going to be sitting on this commune until it finally gets used.
Well, that's the
So
thing.
it's like
it's your commune. Do you want to use it or not?
I'm trying to see like if you guys don't want to do it, then there's no point. But if we do want to do it, we can at least figure out what kind of power level of cost and whatnot we're looking at here.
Yeah, because there's gonna be a cost that we can't.
Could ask Lysander to ask Natra about it and send us a message back. We have sending.
That is a good point.
Isn't that kind of like just abusing the fact that he's not in the party anymore? But I don't know.
No, because he's an established character in this universe.
You guys were talking about Eldor when he wasn't here.
Oh, yeah,
Honest,
actually.
we actually still trust Lysander more than we trust Warwick, because Warwick is still a bit too new.
Yeah, Warwick also a bitch.
Wow, what are you calling
Where'd you go to bed?
Worksman?
Yeah, I should go to bed. I'm sorry. I'm grumpy.
Wait, who needed to come to Warwick again for certain questions?
About
that's true, that is correct. I'm also very tired.
Anyway,
You're starting to sound like Armored Gorilla. You need to go take a nap.
So
yeah,
Silver,
I haven't slept in 70 something hours. I don't know.
Oh Jesus
I slept a little bit right before here.
Oh, I think I'm going to table the decision at the very least until next week because I want Brewsty to be of sound mind.
Yeah, makes sense. But the binding happens to one person.
It happens to no one. Or you mean binding him?
So let's do this, right? If you're going to cast commune. Do you want to commune right now and figure out what you want to ask, or you want to wait a week?
That's what I'm saying. Let's wait a week until we figure out, what we want to do. If we do want to bind them to our service, it'll be, we'll have some more knowledge going into it. We can always communicate with Lysander to see if he can commune with Noctra, to see if, like, to see if this Spectre deity is, like, fucking with us or is actually giving us helpful information. And
You mean
hopefully,
in...
like, there's, like, a Venn diagram of different information the other one knows from different perspectives if he is telling us the truth.
Guys, you mean 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
In 3 weeks.
Not even
Yeah.
gonna remember this in 3 weeks. But yeah.
Wait, why 3 weeks? What?
Either way,
We
the next
need
time
to
we
move.
meet up on the regular.
Yes. Yeah. We're moving Frosty, so we won't have time on the weekends.
Yeah, we're getting a new apartment.
Yeah. Like on the next weekend, we need to like paint and shit, and then as soon as that's done, we need to move our stuff over.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
All right.
Still
That gives me
cringe.
plenty of time to write up your deaths.
Yes.
So here's my last question to the party: which one are you summoning, so I can prepare, or should I just prepare both?
No.
They're different?
Yes, we have
Yeah, they
two
are different.
options.
You could either you got Senjin, Concierge. You also have Adora.
Yes.
I'm not sure how that'll work, but you could try it.
We don't know about Adora, but I mean, Adora was like, she's the one that supposedly he couldn't get her back from the death. So I don't know if he, as a namesmith, Adora was a namesmith, and she was able to call him back from the door of death, but he wasn't able to call her back. So I don't think
He never tried.
he never tried.
I
Thought
mean,
he
if we
couldn't
can bring
because
Adora
no,
With
he
the
was.
War of creation coming to the end, the young general went to find her, but the gates that were open to him now stay shut,
they
and he was
shut.
condemned to madness.
And grave. Yes. Okay. Yes, I also thought of that one.
Only thing I can think about.
If we can bring Adora back, then the grief can be end, and he can stop being mad.
I only have 3 weeks to think about it.
I'm gonna go and sleep, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too, Joe. Oh.
Yeah, sounds like a nice confusing note to end on.
Definitely.